Hello! We're here. Little delay.
We're here!
Yes.
That
The
was
doctor is in.
before
Kind
we
of.
started, so there was my
Yeah.
Chewbacca noise for the night.
Chewbacca
Some
sound.
delays, but we're good.
Chewbacca sound! I'm glad. Thank you, Matt, for knowing that reference. If I think I know what you're referencing, yes.
Yes. Oh, we do.
Chewbacca
Oh, we both
sound.
know what we're talking about. Chewbacca sound.
Hi, welcome to the Elyssia D&D
Wow.
stream. We are
Hello.
on our 24th episode now, and we're so glad that you've
Is it
decided to join us
24?
on this Monday. It is our
What?
24th
I'm
episode.
gonna be
I
honest,
feel like
I
not
always
too
forget.
long ago we were debating if it was 13 or 14. That
Yeah.
feels like 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, it is episode 24. I literally
We-
always forget until I make the thumbnails what episode we're on.
Jeez.
That means for all of you lovely
We're approaching
viewers, all
25. Dang.
of you amazing people that have stuck with us since episode 1, you have now obtained, what is that, like 60, no, it'd be more than that, it'd be like 72 hours of content if our streams are roughly 3 hours long. They're generally just
I
under
can
that
do a
3 hour
quick
mark.
calculation.
I think it's
yeah.
about.
72.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
You go 72 hours,
Yeah,
big
72
brain
hours
math.
roughly.
We probably go long more than we go short, so it's probably a little
Definitely
bit
we
more.
do.
She said.
Yeah, that's true. We are long, not short. You put that on our poster.
Speak for yourself.
Sometimes it's all about comfort, not speed.
Yeah.
God.
True. Nick and
Anyway.
Melissa's special day.
Yeah.
Promo code.
Yeah, that's. I know we
Oh,
haven't done
no.
sponsors in a while to get started faster, but that code is still valid. The
It's
Melissa's
okay.
special
There's
day
only
has
one
to be-
sponsor that matters, and that's Netflix series Arcane Season 1.
Well,
Go
there you
watch
go.
it. I will
It's not
continue to
Yes.
plug
sponsoring
this.
Us, we're sponsoring
Possibly.
them because
We're-
Yeah, honestly, I am sponsoring Arcane. It's too good not to.
it's great.
Right, I will give you
that's
my
funny.
money.
We have taken money from the stream and given it to Netflix, a multi-billion-dollar company, for their show. We've taken all of the $5 we've made on this stream.
You're welcome. We are the reason why Arcane happened.
Yeah.
They came to us at the beginning of the stream and they said, "We know you're getting a lot of different money from," and if I check my listing here, the concept of boats. So we need that money for an idea we have, and it's called Arcane. And we said, "Make it so, Netflix. We will make it happen." And there you go. So you should be happy.
Yep, we're
You're
responsible
welcome
for it.
for
We
100%.
giveth and we taketh.
But no,
We
seriously,
could take it away if you
Well,
stop
sure,
watching.
you
The
don't watch it.
D&D Elyssia stream giveth, and the D&D Elyssia stream taketh away.
Every time.
Alright. Well, why don't we go ahead and jump into tonight's session. So previously, the party had found the Stone of Amazia in an old tower. And upon obtaining it, or I should say Jamie stealing it from the acolyte who was holding it, Xanthro Urtzel Flotsam, his right-hand assassin, and an undead wight appeared to more or less reclaim their stone, or at least obtain it from their acolytes, not necessarily anticipating the party being there. Xanthro killed Barilli using a spell. Jamie took off with the stone. Urtzel went after him. So Jamie, deciding that this guy's chasing me, stuff's gonna happen here, hid on the first layer right by where the stairs are, or on the first floor of this tower. As Urtzel came down, he quickly swiped his crossbow and held him at point-blank range. Bit of a heated conversation commenced, but Urtzel reached for his blade and was a faster draw than Jamie could fire the crossbow, and he struck the good doctor down. And knocked
Oh, I
him
wasn't gonna
unconscious.
fire the crossbow.
He wasn't gonna fire the crossbow.
doesn't matter. You're still struck down.
Yep.
Okay.
I was.
Reclaimed
That
his thumb,
happened.
The principle of
started
it.
making his way back up to the second floor of this tower. Since Morelli had just been killed, the party was kind of like, well, here we go. And they commenced a battle with Xanthro and his one wight, which Urtzel joined a little later, but there's a few rounds without him. And though the party held their own very well against Xanthro, especially him being such a powerful necromancer, he still managed to more or less wipe the floor with them, turning Arthur to stone and feeble-minding Darby, which is a spell that basically makes him a walking potato.
Yep.
Jamie, however, while he's unconscious and dying, manages to miraculously pull himself up by 1 HP, runs back up to the second floor, begins to treat Sentinel, who's down, kind of assess the situation. Ultimately, he and Sentinel, who was up thanks to Jamie's help, decide, yeah, we're not going to win this fight. You guys want this stone? Because, like, we'll give it to you if you want it. And Xanthro and Urtzel reclaimed the stone from them. And as they were leaving, Xanthro made one final blow against the party. Specifically Joel. The blow was more against him as he resurrected Marilli to an undead form. The two of them left through the teleportation circle the same way that they entered. Party, battered and wounded, opted to stay the night in the tower until Jayla arrived with some temple priests who were able to cast Greater Restoration on Arthur and restore his stone state back to his normal state, and then free Darby of his feeble mind. Defeated, the party headed back to Pazos, where Dale offered to let them stay for the night since the Zafar Inn was still in not the best shape. They had a quick meal of pizza and ale. It's kind of a, this is what happened. Let's honor those that have fallen and be sad in what happened. There was one person not there, though, which was Joel, who'd spent the last day and a half held up in his room, unable or unwilling to talk to anyone. Dale expressed this to the party, saying that he and Elise had tried to talk to him, but he was unresponsive and asked maybe if they would be willing to. So Arthur and Darby were the two that volunteered, and they made their way up to Joel's room and managed to converse with the former champion. Joel opened his heart up to them a little bit on kind of his, his issues and whatnot. And then, Arthur kind of smacked some words into him, and they were able to get Joel to kind of agree that, yes, they're going to help them with whatever it needs to stop Xanthro. Which just so happened that Dale had been contacted by his former boss, Liva, with an urgent request or meeting request from the party, which everyone was pretty much game to do. And that is where we will begin tonight's session. It is night right now. You guys have settled into the rooms that Dale and Nugs have prepared you at Pazos, minus Jamie, who opted to head back to the Zafar Inn and sleep in his room, being high enough from where the fires were. Jamie, your room is actually still in more or less tack minus some smoke damage.
Not a big problem for me. That's
not a big
totally
problem
fine.
for you.
I'm not
Sentinel,
picky.
due to your side, Dale kind of set you up an area down in the main dining room where you are able to nestle yourself down for a nice, quiet night. Or you hope is a nice, quiet night. As you kind of have tucked yourself down, Sentinel, shutting your eyes, you hear a knock at the front door of Pazos. At this point, everyone else has gone to sleep and is resting. Or trying to.
I will go to answer the door.
Okay. Sentinel, you head over to the door, and you open it. And standing there, with slightly disheveled hair, and looking a bit worse for wear, Tetra's there, looking as if she's encountered something fierce. And she sort of just pushes past you, Sentinel, and tosses down a broken rapier.
Rough night there, Tetra?
You could say that. Held up in Ansim's brig for the last 24 hours. Let's just say that my theater combat didn't go quite as smooth as I'd hoped it would.
How's Ansem, our good friend?
An asshole, like normal.
Yeah, I called him a jerk. He wasn't very friendly or very helpful at the theater on our side. So, yeah, I would agree with that.
You'll have to tell me what's been going on. Did you guys manage to claim the stone?
Yes, at one point.
At one point.
Yeah, we had it.
Then where is it?
We gave it away.
To who?
Uh,
Before you continue, let me. This is some weird elaborate joke that you've all come up with, right?
I wish it was. But it's a little more serious than that.
Okay.
Like a big bad necromancer, you know, a guy who like raises things from the dead, people from the dead.
Yeah, I'm aware of what a necromancer is.
Have you heard of a guy named Xanthro?
Did you give the stone to Xanthro?
I mean, not willingly. I made him take it, but
I made him take.
I made him take it. He didn't willingly grab it. I just told him, "You're taking this now," and that's what happened.
yeah.
It got handed over.
Yeah, that's true. Sentinel did not hand it over.
But yeah, more or less, I gave it to him.
Immediately, Tetra smashes her hand against one of the tables and says, "God, it's damn it! Why would you give it to him?"
You weren't there. I mean, we were all on like death's door. I mean, it was our life for that stone, and I mean, you know, maybe to you, all of these crowns are worth more than that, but to us, you know, he can take that stone.
I guess I can't fault you for wanting to spare yourself. I probably would have done the same thing. But seriously, Xanthro Willowstalk is here in high water?
I mean, not anymore, possibly, but yeah, he was.
God damn it. Well, we have a plan. Are we gonna fetch it back? What? You all have an idea of what to do here. I don't even know where these necromancers are held up in this city.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go hang out with Sliva for an evening.
This entire situation is turning into a disgusting mess. Well, at least no one died.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There was,
Don't tell me it was that ranger guy. Just of all of you, he seemed like the one most likely to die.
I know everybody's in love with Darian. You know, I know we all want to make sure he's alive. You know, that's the first name that always comes to our head. But, yeah, you know, even I got a little, you know, I get a butterflies when I'm around Darian sometimes, but...
Not really my type. I don't know. It feels like he's dropped anchor one too many times, if you ask me.
I feel like I need to start a Darian Gets Owned count now. Jeez.
Dropped anger. I love that insult.
Not like the
No.
good type of dropped anchor, like the really bad, like dropped it in shallow waters kind of anchor. If you
Yeah,
get the metaphor.
I'm picking up what you're laying down. No, actually, Marilli, you remember Joel's Boothang?
Of course, I remember Marilli.
Yeah,
The way to describe
she's around, just not willingly. Xanthro killed her. Sorry to my crassness a little bit, but I don't quite know how to deal with this
Xanthro Willowstorm
right now.
just, well, outright killed her.
Hey, you just said a word and then she was on the ground and didn't come back. And then Xanthro, right in front of Joel, it just brought her back to life.
Romances are disgusting. That's horrible. never should have been there to begin with. It was dangerous. She realized that.
Yeah, but I think she had every right to be there as well.
Well, I know from talking with Dale that the group has had some issues with Xanthro in the past. Maybe not directly, but perhaps it makes sense. I could probably talk to Joel at some point. I'm assuming he's asleep if he's talking to anyone.
Hey, he's kind of taking it a little hard.
Understandable. I'm gonna make myself a quick meal. I haven't eaten anything good in a few days, and I'm going to hit the hay, and perhaps we can pick this up in the morning.
You need a new sword or something?
Yes, I should probably figure out what to do with that, shouldn't I? Ansem made sure that I wouldn't be a threat to him anymore. The only thing that he didn't forget is that I keep a locked pit right here. They don't generally check there.
Well, I mean, since you seem like you had a rough night, how about I make you whip you up something? You can hang out here and
Oh, I appreciate it, Sentinel. Have at it. I'd be interested to see what a guarding fowl can make.
Delicious omelet.
What would you like
yes.
to prep for Tetris, Sentinel?
Eggs.
Eggs and bacon.
Would
They
you-
have both bacon and eggs here.
All right, I'm gonna whip up an eggs Benedict and
That's.
Do
Do
I'm
you
gonna need
feel
a.
weird about that?
I'm gonna need a
I wouldn't-
performance
I wouldn't-
cooking check from you.
I don't like.
I wouldn't
Make some
make
fried
like
chicken.
a fetus pie for a friend.
To be
But-
fair,
Because it was a human
Also-
that I wasn't.
He's gonna make
Guardian
fried
fowls
chicken
don't make
and
eggs.
You bathe chicken in eggs.
Yeah.
well, to be fair, a normal part of a chicken's diet is their own eggs. I know
Oh,
this
really?
as somebody who owns 5 chickens.
I did not know that.
Huh.
That's really
Well, then I
weird.
take it
No.
back. I
You-
take it back.
everyone
This is
learned something
completely
today.
normal for you. Never mind. Continue. Please
More
continue.
animal
Also,
facts featuring
remember-
Marion Gibbs coming
Remember, Dr.
later.
Watts, I'm not a chicken, except when I am.
That's true. He is not a chicken. He's a guardian fowl.
Sentinel, I'm going to need. I don't. What did I make?
He
Usually.
said performance.
I
Wait, you're
have.
not. You're not. It would be cooking tools that you're not proficient in. So give me a cooking.
I am. I have cooking utensils.
You're proficient in cooking utensils.
Yes.
Oh,
Which is-
Sentinel, prepare away.
Just because you have cooking utensils does not mean you're proficient in them.
How do I mean?
You would have a proficiency in cooking utensils as like an
I
extra.
feel
Yeah, I don't-
why else would he have
It says
cookies?
in my proficiencies in languages, cooking.
If it's under your
Cooking
proficiency,
utensils.
yes, you have
Then
proficiency.
yes, you have proficiency
There
in
are
cooking
people,
utensils.
Darian, to answer your question, there are people who have thieves' tools who are not proficient in them.
Yes.
Sure.
Or people will take like
So-
alchemist supplies and not be.
It'll be a roll
alchemist.
against those utensils, and because you are proficient, it will be with your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
I love that Sentinel has proficiency in cooking
Yeah, this
tools.
has never come up before. How is this?
Never
I
come
mean,
up in
And
20
he
years.
only has his beak.
No one's ever asked.
that's true. I mean, we've never had you cook anything. so-
That is true. No one has ever
Oh.
asked if he could cook
Yeah.
something for everybody.
What is it, Sentinel?
Maybe
It is.
during its day.
It is a whopping 3 because I rolled a nat 1.
So,
Sentinel hasn't cooked in a while. It's okay.
Sentinel
So,
after
I'm a little groggy, alright? It's
Yeah.
late night.
Sentinel
Got
after
beat up real bad the other day.
a few minutes of prepping the eggs and the bacon, you emerge with a plate and set it in front of Tetra, who looks down at eggs that are not Benedict, because even though that's what you said you were doing, you did not. Have you ever had scrambled eggs where like half the side is incredibly overcooked, but the other half is just like still raw egg? And the bacon has just shriveled to these tiny little crisps of like just burnt black seared bacon. And she kind of just looks down at the plate, looks up at you, Sentinel, picks up one of the slices of bacon, which as she lifts it to her mouth, cracks from the air that is passing by the bacon as she lifts it from plate to her mouth, looks at where the piece lands, which is on the floor, and puts the little sliver in her mouth, chews it once, which it immediately disintegrates into ash, and she says, "Thank you, Sentinel. I will eat this."
Well, thank you.
And Tetra,
I tried my hardest.
Tetra willingly, forcibly downs the breakfast, literally basically picking the plate up with a fork and just shoveling it into her mouth so that it's one taste and it's done. Darian,
Yes.
you are asleep up in one of the rooms. Alone in this room specifically, since Jamie opted to go back to the Zafar Inn.
Okay.
Your room is right across from Dale's room. As before you went to bed, he had given a quick knock and just had told you that if you needed anything, he was right across the hall. You hear voices coming from that room.
I'll
Sounds good.
eavesdrop.
Would you like to eavesdrop from your room, or would you like to leave and go closer to the door?
I'll go to my door.
Okay.
And see how clear it is.
It's still relatively muffled, but you can definitely tell it's a man and a woman.
Does it sound like an argument or
Heated
like
discussion.
whispers? Heated discussion. Can I recognize either of the voices?
You can definitely recognize Dale. Give me a perception roll for the other voice.
I have good perception. 17.
Jayla.
That's their business. I actually might head back to bed.
Okay. Darian,
Dang.
realizing it's their business.
Darian, the only person in the party, other than maybe Sentinel, that would actually leave two people to their discussion.
No, Sentinel likes tea.
That's true. Sentinel very much likes the tea.
Sentinel is a messy chicken.
Darian's the only person in the party that would actually not eavesdrop.
Oh.
Well, if it was a woman I didn't recognize, I would have eavesdropped, but
That's fair.
they're buddies. They're buddies.
Alright, so Darian, realizing it's Dale and Jayla, you just say to yourself, whatever, and you head back to bed. Everyone is able to rest relatively well. Jamie, I don't know, with you being apart from everyone at Pazos, if you'd like to wake up earlier and head over there, or what your plan is.
Yeah, like I'd wake up in the morning and go over there.
So Jamie,
Dude,
you
I figured we were going to go to Slivers at some point.
Yes. Yep. So Jamie,
That's
you
our
get up, you make your way over back to Pazos, where everyone else has started to meander down from their bedrooms. Tetra ended up just kind of making a makeshift bed in the corner of the restaurant, away from you. Sentinel, you both kind of hung out. Maybe you shared some stories together, talked for a little bit. You know, whatever you and Tetra wanted to do, I guess.
Yeah.
And kind of you are all together in Pazos. When Tetra sees Arthur and Darby, she kind of asks for a little more information about what exactly happened at that old tower and the Stone of Amazia, which you are able to provide her a more detailed recollection of events, with everyone kind of chiming in on their own versions of the story and exactly what happened. It's also very good for Jayla and Dale, who, though they'd heard some pieces of the story, had not necessarily heard it recollected in such a way that it gives them a superior or expanded view of exactly what happened. Dale makes a quick bacon and eggs breakfast for everyone, very quickly noticing that there's some eggs missing and some bacon missing, and that the kitchen's a bit of a wreck, and he's very meticulous about his cleaning. But not thinking too much of it, just assuming Tetra probably made herself something and didn't bother to clean up after herself, he prepares a decent breakfast for everyone, which all of you, including Jayla, Dale, Nugs, and Elise, partake in. And Joel partake in. At about
Joel
11.
does come down.
No, say yeah, Joel's here.
Yes, Joel has joined you after your conversation
Okay.
with him, Darby, and Arthur. Joel comes down wielding the battle axe that he took off the wall. One thing that I will say that anyone who is worth assault with martial weapons, so I think everyone but probably Darby,
I don't have proficiency in martial.
yeah, can kind of tell that the way that Joel holds the battle axe, handles the battle axe, shows that he has absolutely no clue what he will do with the battle axe if faced with a real opponent. But he is there with it nonetheless, and looking a bit fired up regardless. As breakfast comes to a close, Dale kind of stands up, begins taking some of the plates, and says, "One of Sliver's men, Brock, asked us to meet him by one of the far walls in the first layer. That'll lead us down to Sliver's lair, I guess you could say. He'll meet us there and take us to the crime boss. Is there anything anyone wishes to do before they go?"
I don't think I have anything.
Yeah, I was gonna go replenish my healer's kit.
I was
You
just
are
checking my arrows.
Yep, you are allowed to replenish your healer's kit, which...
I only used 4, and a regular healer's kit has 10 uses.
Yep, so
So-
a full healer's kit costs you 5 gold pieces, so I'll say to replenish the current one, it'll cost you 11 gold, Jamie.
Got it. I shall remove one.
I will
Boop.
let Joel know that anytime he wants to practice with the pistol I gave him, that I.
Oh, are you actually giving him that gun?
Yes, I am giving.
Oh.
I gave him the bullet, and I tossed him the bullet, and I gave him one of my pistols.
You know, honestly, between the axe and the gun, I'm probably better with the gun. My old man made me go deer hunting with him every once in a while, so I've shot once or twice.
Have you ever shot a person?
Does a deer count as a person?
Some people,
Are you
possibly.
a druid?
Are you Darian here? I'm sure he thinks
Are
that.
you a druid?
No.
Okay, so no. Looking
Alright.
somebody in the eyes and watching the light leave their eyes after you shoot them, that's an experience that changes someone. So
Yeah.
I can
You-
prepare you the best to fire the gun, but nobody's ever truly ready to kill someone.
Yeah, I'm gonna... You know, the bullet for Xanthro, I'm gonna save and all that stuff and just, when the time kind of comes. But, like the other killing and stuff, like, you guys seem pretty good at that, so I'm gonna not do that.
Figured I'd offer. If you need some practice, I'm here for you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. He kind of takes the pistol, holsters it at his side. He takes the battle axe. He sheepishly, like, very slowly tries to hook it to, like, the holster on his back, or the attachment on his back that can hold it. And with a makeshift leather armor, Joel looks ready for combat.
And no matter how many lives you take, it never gets easy.
Yeah, I've heard that before from, like, Dale and stuff like that. So, trust me, I think the only one I'm interested in, taking is fucking Xanthro. So,
Well, sometimes interested and need to don't always align.
well, if I'm not able to take it, like, if you can do that for me, right, Arthur?
That's not what I'm saying. You'll get Xanthro. What I'm saying is sometimes you will need to take a life. And it's not the one you want to take.
That is
You'll need
untrue.
to do it.
I'm gonna allow me to be a small voice of reason and let you know that it's actually completely valid and easy to do to live your entire life without murdering anyone. Most people do. So if you don't want to, you don't actually have to kill anybody. It's a novel.
Like
Don't
with-
mistake my candid nature for what I'm telling him, what he is getting himself into. We are going into the Hornet's Nest, and you saying he's totally capable of not killing anybody by going into the Hornet's Nest isn't necessarily true either, Jamie. So we are going seeking trouble. He will be in danger. He may have to take a life to preserve his own. That's all I'm saying.
I've been in many dangerous situations and I have yet to murder anybody.
Well, sometimes it's the
Well,
only way out with self-defense.
I'm glad your holier-than-thou attitude has gotten you this far, Dr. Jamie.
Nothing holy about it. It's just a decision. Every decision is a decision. Every act is something that you choose to do.
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm all game to pop Xanthro right in his face, but like I know y'all got my back if I chicken out or anything like that. It's like the whole spirit thing. Anyways, I wanted to do like a speech or something for everyone. I don't have a Corona. I need a Corona for this. we're all like a family, like my family. And family sticks together, and they do family things together. And Dale and Nugs and them all, and Marilli, they've all been my family before. Here in this fucking crazy ass world. But you guys, Darby and Arthur, Jamie, Darian, Sentinel, like you're new family, but you're just as cool as the old family. I don't know. Let's go launch a fucking car into space. Let's do this.
One more thing I wanted to do was after that amazing toast, I forgot that I wanted to go to the potion shop because now I actually have money and I could actually maybe buy some more potions because I feel like we might need them.
I'm really bummed that I was muted for my toast because I said to Vin Diesel because of all the family talk.
Yes, family.
All right, what would you so the potions that they have there, Jamie, are the normal and the greater. What would you like?
Ooh, I'll probably take one of each.
So the normals are 50, the graders are 1,000.
I'll just take 2 normals then.
Okay, that'd be 100 gold.
Out there, but I 7,700 gold just to unfreeze me.
It's okay. It's okay. This one's on Assassin Guy.
That's true. That's true.
I had stolen 100 gold from him.
That's
so.
right. That's right. You technically still have his crossbow.
Yeah, no, I do have. I have his profile in a single bolt. That has the poison.
Single
on
poison
it,
bolt. Jamie does in fact have that.
That's awesome.
Actually, Ethan, can I check for like special arrows anywhere?
Special like poison
2 normal
arrows or
healing.
something
Yeah,
that.
Like flaming.
Flaming.
Honestly, I have
Potion
never.
of healing.
I have
Maybe
never
you can
looked.
apply poison to an
You
arrow.
can
Yeah.
apply.
Like
You
Yeah.
can apply poisons. That's a spell. Would you like poison arrows?
I think I
Darian?
think a poison only lasts like an hour if you apply it like with an alchemist kit or something like that. I can't remember. It's like the potion.
I'm looking it up right now because that's a fantastic question.
So
Yeah, I remember
Oh.
when
Okay,
I
okay.
played my archer. There's not really
You can buy
too
basic
many arrows.
poison, Darian. If you coat a weapon, a slashing or piercing weapon, or up to 3 pieces of ammunition, you have a poison effect will take. The creature will be poisoned. They must make a con save, and they will take an additional D4 of poison damage. It lasts for 1 minute on whatever you apply it to.
Interesting. And then one application gets me 3 arrows.
But yeah.
Yes.
How much is it?
I am looking up the cost. 100 gold pieces for a vial of basic poison, which you will have to buy kind of on the black market.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Alright.
I have 9 gold and 100 gold for 3 shots.
For at
doesn't seem
worst, 3 damage. For at best,
Yeah.
12 damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never
And the
mind.
poison effect though, which causes disadvantage on
All attack rolls
like
and ability
everything,
checks.
basically. Yeah.
That
So
is
it
true.
could
Saves,
be
though.
pretty
True.
That's
effective
brutal.
if they fail that con.
Yeah.
It's only a 10 con though, so it might not be super effective, but
Yeah.
you never know. I could roll bad.
maybe you
Honestly-
could learn to be better. Oh wait, no, there's a feat, poisoner.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
feat.
poisoner feat where
Yes.
you can apply poison as like a bonus action.
Mm.
All right. Does anyone else wish to stock up on anything?
I'm trying to. I just realized that I can't find the regular potion of
I
healing
don't think there's anything
on D&D Beyond.
I need currently. I think my cards are more than my not actual cards.
Ah, here we
are
go.
more than enough.
Jamie, did you find what you need for the?
I
you were
did,
looking
I
for the
did.
numbers.
Nope, I got it. I found it.
Okay, beautiful.
Cool.
All right. If everyone has what they need, then Dale leads you guys and Jayla to where you are supposed to meet Brock. Tetra opts to stay behind with the excuse of, let's just say Sliver and I don't get along too well, and if you're looking to make a deal or pact or something with him, I probably won't help you at all. But remember, we're kind of allies in this whole story, right?
I think it's just less about the stone now and more about the necromancer. But sure, Tetra.
Beautiful. Nugs opts not to go to take care of Elise, who is still recovering from her leg injury.
Fair enough.
You guys head down to the first layer, to the far wall on the northern end. Even though the wall is circular, there's kind of an alley. Yes, Jamie.
Is Jayla with us, or is
Jayla
Jayla doing
No,
something else?
Jayla is with you. Jayla wanted to go.
Okay. Okay.
So it's you guys and then Jayla and Dale.
Angel.
And Joel.
And
And
Joel.
Joel, yes, thank you. And Gorse and Joel. So, big group making their way here
Big
to this
group.
northern part of the wall.
Three NPCs.
Kind of,
Underway.
you kind of go down an alley, snakes left, and ends at the wall. And the buildings are just fit ever so perfectly where this wall is. We're leaning up against it, scratching his chin and smoking a pipe, is Brock, the agent of Sliveth that you guys had met several months ago, who first kind of got you in contact with,
With your fingers.
with Sliva. So Dale kind of approaches first. He goes, Brock, good to see you. Brock pulls the pipe out of his mouth, blows smoke up into the air, and goes, "Why, good to see you there, Dale. Been a little bit of time since you and I have had a chance to converse like good folk. I see you brought everyone. You know, I was really looking forward to seeing y'all again. How's it going, guys? I heard that you're having some inn problems.
How that happened?
It's not my fault. You have to blame necromancers on that one. Sliver ain't got nothing to do with that, but Sliver's willing to help. That's why I'm here right now.
I hope it doesn't cost us any fingers this time.
It won't cost you any fingers. He's coming with open, gracious arms right now. But I got a question. What's Tweedledee and Tweedledum doing here? And he kind of references to Joel and Jayla, who both exchange glances with each other. Like, is they talking about us?
I
Or the
wasn't
group.
aware.
My
I don't know what's
understanding
going
was
on.
that they were requested as much as we were.
Oh, the scrawny looking, I don't know, the guy that looks like wind would blow him over. That's right, Sliver wanted to talk to him. The girl, though, well, now that's a champion of high water, and there ain't no champions that are allowed down in Sliver's pen unless he specifically requests them. So I might have to ask the little lady here to scoot along while we talk to the big man for a little bit. Jayla kind of walked.
Will oblige. I'm not sure that's really up to us. Jayla.
Yeah, Jayla kind of walks right up to Brock, which she stands at about his height, but she's in like chain and stuff, where Brock is kind of just in this patchwork armor, so she's a little bigger, a little more imposing. And she puts a hand on the sword at her side and says, "I will join you down to meet your master, and if you don't like it, then I will fight my way down there if it's about my friends." Well, now, I don't mean to really cause any offense. No offense at all. I get it. Fine. If Sliver don't like it, he'll just put an arrow between your eyes anyways, and, you know, there'll be one less champion for Highwater to deal with, and they'll just summon a new one. So, no skin off nose.
What a change in policy since the last time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sliver put in a little bit more of an open door policy, given the whole stone thing going on right now. The whole mystery and mystique of the whole underground boss thing, when everyone knows that it's going on. It just wasn't working out. It made information hard to travel and stuff. And no one's gonna touch Sliver in this city. He kind of realized that. Besides, you have no idea how hard it is to get slaw for his chicken meals when we just close off the borders and everything like that.
I'm sure.
Well,
it's
I'm-
impossible.
I'm glad that was finally figured out. It was probably the most obvious part of this whole thing right off
Oh,
the
of
bat.
course.
But I mean, finally rolls up to the help.
Slaw is an important commodity in our entire business, so if Sliver don't get it, bad things happen to people. Let's just say that. Alright. Are you guys ready? I know he's been waiting all morning to talk to y'all.
We're ready.
Yeah,
Okay,
we've been ready.
All right. Brock walks up to the wall. He puts a hand in a few different spots on it and pushes inwards, and you actually see the wall indent in and push to the side. As a mechanism pulls back a block of stone and moves it. It is dark with only a lone dim torchlight several feet down a narrow, rickety circular staircase that Brock leads you all down. And whoever is the last back, we'll say Darian, you'll be the last back. As you step in, the wall around you immediately darts forward and locks back into place, not even showing a crevice or an inch of where the gap could be. You're surrounded in pitch blackness as you make your way down the stairs, with only those faint torches providing an ounce of light. You head down into the bowels of the city. You can see the pipework and tubing from where the city's plumbing and sewer system operates. You can see scaffolding, some made of wood, some made of cheap steel, fixed in around the piping so that people can work on it. But you make your way down to the basin of high water. And there, set into a stone wall, is a singular wooden door, which Brock rocks up to. He raps on it real quick, with a big smile as he turns back to the lot of you, says, "Got a special delivery for Sliver here. Got all his favorite people." The door opens, and a Gorg guard steps through, kind of assesses the group and says, "Master will see you now," and steps back into the room. You head in. It is a small room, probably enough to hold 15 people, which, with this size of group, nearly fills it. Sliver is there with a few guard and Brock. Situated in front is a large wooden desk, scattered scrolls all around. A hearth and fireplace fits into the far wall, where a pot brews upon it. As they enter, Dale, Jayla, and Joel kind of look around. There's a sense of strange nostalgia as they step foot into this place, somewhere that they'd been before. Their first meeting with Highwater's crime boss. And sitting behind the desk, with a few books piled high, sipping at a mug of coffee, is the small yellow hobbling. Kind of looks up, scratches his nose, and goes, "Well, Dan, I was worried you guys weren't going to show up today. You know, I'm over here. I've got, like, big crime lord boss shit to do, and you're rolling in here at, like, noon. Whatever happened to timeliness, Dale? I figured you'd be a little bit quicker about that." "Well, Sliver, you know, there's quite a few of us. Takes a moment to get everyone rounded up and ready to go. Things to do. Things to prepare for when it comes to dealing with you." Yeah, whatever, I get it. No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to my lovely friends of the Spartan, and one former champion of Highwater and all of his grand fucking papa stance and pizza and all that kind of stuff. It's good to see you all again. It's been some time.
It has.
Was it 6, 7 months? I lose track all the time.
I see what you
That's
did
probably not helpful for running a business.
there. No, probably not.
Well, that's the best part when you run a business as big as mine. You hire people to do the work for you, and then you just get to sit around and drink and have sex with beautiful women while everyone else does everything else for you.
Yes, that sounds plausible.
Oh, you know what they say. Your cock's as big as your coin.
Arthur's gonna chuckle at that.
I don't know if I've ever heard that one before.
I mean, that sounds like something that someone would need to hear. Should that be a problem? Yeah.
Arthur's gonna elbow Jamie. He's literally going to visibly elbow Jamie.
I've been working on an entire collection of phrases and sayings that are like
Let's piss him
Grimoire
off after we
phrases
leave.
Right.
That's fair. That's fair.
Jamie is just after the elbow is going to just nod and realize that he
Yep,
might not be the
mhm.
person to do the talking in this particular exchange.
Anyone's interested in buying my book, it's 2 gold coins. Buy it at any bookstore in Highwater right now. It's a great read. All about my life stories and memoirs, phrases and sayings, with only a fair amount of embellishments about my exploits.
Sentinel grabs 2 coins and slaps them on the table.
Ah, the customer boys. Actually, you might be the first one. He kind of looks around,
Does he get,
realizes
like a
he has
signed
one.
copy or something?
Yeah, he pulls it up, quickly signs it.
Oh, let's go.
Who do you want me to make this out to?
The people's champion, Sentinel, the big bird, aka your chicken friend.
I'm just gonna write the big chicken. To the big chicken. Keep on clucking. Sliver. And he hands you the book.
Thanks, Leva.
Oh, Sentinel,
You're
he has a
welcome.
very unsigned copy of his book of
Yeah,
whatever.
Add what is this book gonna be called? The Pog Father. Guide by Sliver.
The Pog.
Yes,
Oh,
that is correct.
Alright, that's not
Give it
dawdle.
made out of Historia.
We won't dawdle here. Business is business. Time is money. And I'm losing money every second I'm talking to you. Plus,
Well,
I'm
from
not-
what we've heard,
no,
you
wait,
wanted us here.
I did! Because trust me, I might be losing money right now, but there's money to be made.
What's always
Word
fun
got
to
to
me.
me you guys were this close to the Stone of Amasia. You so close you could lick it, it was in front of you. And you lost it to necromancers.
Yeah, it was some quite strange circumstances. We were pretty much indisposed with that stone for quite a while, and it was stolen out from underneath us.
Right old fuck, if you ask me. And worst part, necromancers are in my city. My city! I do everything for Highwater. I keep the streets clean, I keep the guard paid, I make sure the festivals are put on. And necromancers come into my city and piss around and get my stone, the stone that's mine. I have a problem with that.
You know, not to be a demon's advocate here. I feel like maybe something should have been done about this sooner.
About the stone.
Well, not so much the
Well,
stone, more so the necromancers. I,
think-
feel like this has been an issue for probably a little while now.
Here's the thing about necromancers. my
It definitely
friend.
has.
They spread like a disease. You get one in a city and all of a sudden they're converting half your population to their dark mystical ways of ending beckonings and all of this other crap. I've lost 100 men to necromancers. Not
Oh,
just to the
good.
killings and such things, to conversions and whatnot. Disgusts me.
Good thing you know everything that's going on in this city, and nothing
I
can
do.
possibly go outside your grasp.
I do know everything that's going
His
on.
tail
in
is
this city.
smack Jamie in the back of the head.
I know so much of going on in this city, or that I don't know what's going on to this city. Because it's like when I walk up in the morning and take a shit. It just happens. I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. I walk to the latrine, I drop my trousers, and I deuce right into the toilet. That's what I do. I don't think about it, because it's the same fucking thing that happens every day. I play folks like Brock here, and other folks around the city to tell me what's going on, and they're the ones that are fucked up. They're the ones that have shit all over my city. They've pulled their pants down, they've spread their butt cheeks, and they've shit all over me.
And you're just
I don't disagree, so he's
you're
gonna kind
just
of
eating
speak
it, and
loudly
then
enough
you're-
to where he drowns whatever Jamie's going to say out. And he
You
says,
keep eating this shit.
Silva.
That doesn't. You're not smarter than them.
Silva.
All right. Xanthro is one step ahead of me.
Well, he was one step ahead of us, too.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of everyone.
So we're going to be one step ahead of Xanthro. which is why I want the lot of you. I know where he's held up.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now that
Stein
has
Tower's on the 3rd layer. Old wizarding tower back when the Dusk Elves used to control the city and practice all their dark magic. They're up in there. Now,
What tower?
I don't know why they would pick such an area, but they put a relatively impressive force field around it. The likes that my men can't get into it.
What's the name of the tower?
The Stein Tower.
Stein. Okay. Thank you.
3rd layer.
Oh, and trust me, we've tried. I've got every able-bodied bugbear that I can hire in this fucking 40 miles from the city to come in through the sewers and hack their way through that bloody wall. They can't do it. Bothers me. So I got to thinking, Slipper, what are you gonna do? How are you going to fuck these necromancers right in their dirty little faces? And then it dawned on me. What do I have right now in the city that no one else has in all of Elyssia? Why, I've got a small pricked blowhard floating up there in a flying airship. A famed treasure hunter who thinks that he's better than everyone else. A famed treasure hunter whose ship contains more powerful magical items than you could shake your prick at. So,
Why do I have a feeling you're about to
Ice.
suggest we steal from Blowhard in the sky?
You mean Ansem?
you pick up. Oh, well, my little Darby.
Of course.
I have spies. A few spies. Amongst Ansom's lot. Who tell me he has a device that can knock down Xanthros' ball of force he has surrounded his tower in. And from there, you will break into the Stein Tower, and you'll bring me the Stone of Amathia. And then we'll go and make our mint. We'll make our nut. And I'll reclaim my treasure, and you can have a piece of it. But just in case that you're not quite sold on that deal yet, just in case that the sweet, tender feeling of money isn't enough to satiate your pet, I'll throw in something else for you. Something specially for you, my fair former champion. Because what's also reached my ear, lovely little word that a puppy little half-elf met her unfortunate end at the hands of necromancers. Oh! Woe is the universe that a half-elf is brought down by necromancers. But she means something to you. And she means something to you, specifically my little friends. I've come into something very, very important. To me, past something that I would never on my life part with. Something that is created for my plans to extend my empire for eons and eons to come. But I'm going to part with it today. Because once I obtain the treasure, I can buy eternal life. It's a potion. A very specific potion that brings the dead back to life. I'll give that to you if you put the Stone of Amathia in this hand right here. How does that sound?
Arthur's just gonna like deadlock stare at Jayla.
Darby's just like staring over at Joel.
Both of them
You know
are.
what? Jamie is looking over at Sentinel. Having learned that that was a possibility, he's feeling a little bad about what he had Sentinel do to his friend.
And then I'm gonna motion for Sentinel to look at me so I can look at Jamie and we can get a Mexican standoff going. As well as staring at people now.
There we go.
Everyone stares at everyone.
I turn to Sliva and I put my wing out and I said, "You got a deal."
Wonderful! Wow, that was easy. Thought you'd have to do a bit of negotiating or something there. So terms are simple. You break into Ansem's ship. You get the item. Known as a Force Nage. Magical orb. activate it, throw it at the wall, disintegrate it. And you get me that stone. You bring it here and you put it here on this desk. And right next to it, I'll have my potion for you. And you can give it to your bonny half-elf lass so that you can do whatever you want with her. I don't give a shit.
What assurance we have that this potion is even real?
Yeah.
My word, as crime boss of Highwater. I like you guys. You think I would fuck with you guys? You let me use your wig.
Yes,
Yeah, do you
maybe
really
just a
think
little
you would
bit.
mess with us?
100%. That has kind of been the track record. Also, crime boss word.
And
Like
what
to
kind
see
of
the
death
potion?
does this potion resurrect from?
Yeah, like we know nothing.
Arthur's gonna kind of look around and see if he can find an insect somewhere in the room.
An insect?
Yeah, is some any
And
sort of bug.
yeah, there'll be bugs and stuff down there.
Arthur's gonna step on one,
Yeah.
scoop it up, and toss it on the table towards Sliva. Drop a drop of that potion. Prove yourself.
I could do that, I guess. Brock, go fetch the potion. These unfaithful like to see it a bit of action. Brock kind of
Yes.
bows.
Bring the potion into the room.
He makes his way. He comes back. Vial of potion, and a rounded vial, a little bit of a spigot, a cork in the top of it. It's a yellowish liquid with a bright, shining sparkle. Brock pops the top off of it, sets it on the desk, inserts a turkey baster into it, sucks a little bit up, holds it over the bug, launches a single drop down upon the insect. Arthur will say it's a spider that you killed. You crushed it under the weight of your boot. As the bug lays there squashed, kind of mangled and malformed, you can actually see its entire body begin to reform. Its thorax beginning to expand, its legs retake shape as the spider pops back up and immediately darts away.
Arthur's just
Proof
gonna
enough for you.
just kind of stand there stunned, thinking about what that potion could have done for him.
I feel bad again because
Oh. And here I thought resurrection was an impossibility in his life.
and you managed to make it alchemical. That
I bought it from someone. I don't know how to fucking make it. A dusk elf sold it to me. And if you want to
So it's
resurrect
magic.
something bigger than a bug, you'll need the whole thing. I don't think you can
Naturally.
use it as a 2-for-1 special.
it's a magic situation,
is.
right?
It is.
I would assume if it's a potion, probably.
Gotta be.
That's interesting. Well, hypothetically speaking, if more from Ansem's ship were to happen to disappear, what would be the arrangings of that? I assume we would be able to keep whatever we find, so long as you get the one and only thing you were looking for?
My stone, that's all I want. You could rob the guy
Just
blind and
clarifying.
steal his underwear for all I care.
Just want to make sure we have that clear, that that's okay.
100% clear. Bring me the stone of Amasia, and not only is gold yours, but this potion's yours.
Air Heist 2021.
Air high, ship
You know
high.
somebody who was just in the brig of that ship.
Yeah, she would know her way
Petra
around.
knows.
She might know.
Mm.
No, I'm not gonna say that out loud.
Obviously,
But-
that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a good. You know, she might know a thing or two. Honestly, it might just be
I
useful to
believe
have.
we
Nice.
have a deal, Sliva.
Yeah.
Wonderful. When you're ready, let Dale know. He'll let Brock know. And we'll arrange another quick little meeting for the exchange. And we'll talk about finer details of what comes next.
Sounds good.
With how much of a
Hope your
commodity
book
this stone
sells
is,
in
we'll
the
probably want to
meantime.
make it very quick.
Mm.
I do want to say one final thing. Former champion of Highwater. Don't say I never did anything for you. Joel just kind of looks at him and is like, Okay, thank you. And Sliva is done with you guys. Brock is ready to take you out of there as Sliva demands his slaw.
Naturally. Sliva would.
He worked hard today. He deserves
his
his
slaw.
slaw.
Yeah, he just negotiated a hard fought argument. He needs his slaw.
Yeah, hard fought argument of here's the deal.
Sure.
And Sentinel shaking his hand.
Mm-hmm.
It was the art of the deal. You know, it was hard fought.
Well,
We all know whatever we need to go negotiate with him, he's not going to hold up to. So make a deal with him, and we'll see it when we get there.
not necessarily.
That's actually probably one of the smartest things I've heard you say. You can't trust him to hold his word, but at least we know that the potion's real and we know who has it. He's gonna need the stone for it anyway, even if he wants to double cross us. It's not like he can pretend like he's not gonna do that, or we wouldn't know that he's going to do that.
Can't believe Arthur.
Our only option is to get the stone.
A full-blown magic trick and everything.
He did. It
Yeah.
just
Turned the screen dark and then he's just gone. Crazy.
It's disappeared.
Definitely didn't have the thing that he uses to cover his webcam fall off. That'd be weird.
So you guys make your way up and out of Sliva's area, kind of his hold that he has with this meeting. Brock leading you out. You're back on the first layer of high water. Dale, Jayla, and Joel kind of are just there. They're standing about. And Jayla looks to the group and says, well, if we're going to find a way on Sliva's ship, we probably need to start doing a little bit of asking around. Or I mean, Ansem's ship.
Well, we do know someone who just came back from there.
We do, don't we?
Also interesting there were no blindfolds this time.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of changes to policy on the way up and down.
He did take you a slightly different area before you were brought actually into his compound. This seemed to be more of like an auxiliary meeting area.
Okay. Still, no blindfolds.
Dale also looks at the group and says, well, you guys should probably get ready for whatever's coming. I have a feeling it's going to be interesting. If you're interested, I heard a new blacksmith opened up in town. You're more than welcome to visit them. Or do whatever else you need in the city.
Well, I don't know how much time we really have, but...
Is Tetra still there?
Pazos.
It actually didn't come
I
with
didn't
us.
know if we would return to Pazos yet or not.
No.
Not yet, but you guys can make your way there if you'd like.
That's where I would like to go because I figured we'd want to speak to her immediately.
So you guys head.
Since she's our best friend and our counterpart, and Jamie wants to work with her exclusively.
Alright, you guys make your way back to Pazos, following the rest of the Pazos crew. And you kind of see Tetra just hanging out. The restaurant is open, and Nugs is serving as the garden fowl waitress of the day. And Tetra's just sitting back in one of the tables, not ordering anything, feet up, just watching his people come and go.
And we'll go sit down at the table that Tetra sat.
Oh, you guys made it back alive. Glad to see that.
I always tend to.
Somehow.
So, you know how you had such a great experience being locked in the brig at Anson's ship?
Yeah, of course. I've had many a wondrous experience on Ansem's ship when I was part of his crew.
I think we're going to ask you to have one more.
Okay. I'm always game for a little bit of, insertion into Ansem's personal life.
There's something we need that's on his ship
Maybe a few
Okay.
things.
that needs to be off of his ship.
Sounds like a regular old heist to me.
Anything else on his ship that you'd like to keep that you can put your hands on? It's yours. It's the way I see it.
Ooh, that sounds nice. So what exactly are you looking for? I'm assuming this gets us the stone.
This gets us closer to the stone. Let's put
Beautiful.
this. Let's put this at piece. Let's say this is piece A. We're gonna use piece A to infiltrate area B to get item C. If you're catching my drift.
There's nothing more than I love when you talk about getting item A, fitting it into hole B to obtain the mystical item C.
Arthur's going to ignore the euphemism she dropped in there and say, yeah, Ansem has something we need to get past. A impenetrable force. So, if you're familiar with I believe Siliva called it a force nage.
Oh, one of Sliva's magical items that he's gotten in his endless hunt for things magical. He keeps a collection of them in his room.
Of course.
Great. So it's going to be in his quarters. It's not going to be in a keep or anything.
Here's the fun thing about his ship. That Dusk Star up there isn't even the main deal. Inside his ship, there's actually an entire another ship. Can sail underwater. That's where his quarters are.
What?
Wow,
Inception.
I would not have even guessed that.
Inception.
We need that
Inception?
Inception.
We need that force stage. So,
Beautiful.
any way you can help lead us to that force stage?
I, in fact, can help you. Because, well, I was locked away on Ansem's ship, his little crew liked to talk. And Ansem, in all of his pomp and stance, has decided to host a gala in 4 days. A gala where he's going to be inviting several of Highwater's most official, including the governor, the head of the Servants Guild, and one champion of Highwater if she'd be willing to make an appearance. Might be fun and easy to sneak on board during their bit of a soiree, don't you think?
Is the gala happening on his ship, or is it?
It is happening on his ship, on the main deck.
No,
He likes to do these kind of things when he goes places. Makes him seem big and important. Covers up the fact that his wiener's about this big.
Jayla.
Everyone in Highwater seems really like fixated
Yeah.
on like penis. Like
It's so
very,
weird.
like the
Everyone
detective,
cares so
like, gang
much.
person. Now
Oh.
you,
Jamie, have you noticed that all the flags of Highwater have penises in the corners?
I really, and I'm going to now think about all the flags and been like,
Jamie, being a doctor, you'd think that you'd realize by now that everybody is basically obsessed with penis.
men are obsessed with penises. That is it.
The sizes.
Truer
That is
statements
it. That is
have
the
never
only-
been made.
I don't know
Well,
who these
yeah, but
people are.
Arthur's gonna turn to Jayla and go, "We need an invite. So if you need to disguise us as your bodyguards, as your entourage, however that may be, but you already have one, the rest of us need one."
Done and done, I'll look into it. I'll pay a visit to the governor today, and see if he can arrange a few special invites for the Pazos family.
Perfect.
After all,
Wonderful.
affluent business in Highwater.
Yeah.
Anthem's not our biggest fan, so it's going to be interesting trying to get around him, but we will need you to show us the way throughout his ship, because I'd hate to walk aimlessly throughout that ship trying to find what we need and get lost. So I guess...
Thatcher just chuckles and says, "Oh, trust me, I know exactly where his quarters are.
Mm-mm.
Well, fair enough.
I have been in them one too many times, unfortunately."
Wow.
No, we're gonna be in them one more.
Fair enough. I was to say we should probably make different teams, where one team is looking for the Force Age, and the other team is looking for anything else of value.
Team anything else of value?
I'd like
got
to
the
rob this
suggestion.
guy blind.
As much as I would too, I almost feel like I might be a little more useful dealing with the important item
Yeah.
and identifying it.
I probably should be part of the important item team too, since I know where.
All right. So let's say Tetra, myself, and Darby can be an important item team, and then Sentinel, Jamie, and Darian can be anything.
The
else
Just for
that-
Fun team.
There you
The
go.
rob him blind team. We have an
Anything
actual
that's not
thief
nailed down
and
to
the
you.
two
Darian,
people that
Darian,
aren't
does
into
that,
doing a
confer
crime.
with your moral high ground there? Are you all right with that?
Okay, stealing from the rich man, Darian?
I mean, Ansem's a dick, so
All right, I like
Yes.
this new Darian.
this isn't my
Anything
first
goes.
fight.
That's
Fair
true.
This isn't my first fight heist.
I did do a
It
fight
might
test
be
before.
beneficial if the alt team causes a bit of a distraction as well. His ship is heavily guarded.
Well, it's a
You
good
want me
thing
to get caught
Sentinel is
stealing?
good at distracting.
No,
Not-
I'm,
I mean,
I'm
I
thinking
can.
we can have a distraction team. I know Joel is one for chatting. I'm pretty sure the only person I could ever think of that could hold a conversation as robust as Ansem would be Joel. But Joel, are you okay not being part of the action on this one?
Telling me that I can talk Ansem's ear off for like 2 hours about Gundam? Yeah, I'm game.
I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it'll be a riveting conversation.
Oh, trust me, I will give him my 12th course dissertation on why the original series is better than all the other ones.
We talk about
All right, so
droids.
no one said anything about torturing Ansem. I thought we were just stealing from him.
Well, I mean,
Jamie wouldn't know what Gundam is, therefore wouldn't know that that is torture.
a little bit of torture is
I
probably
just
okay, but-
assumed that whatever he wanted to go on and on and on about was going to be real
Oh yeah,
bad.
when does somebody say they have a 12-page
Yeah,
dissertation
12-hour
that isn't
Fair enough.
torture to listen to?
Alright, I can
I'll assume it's a
distract. No
frog.
problem.
Perfect.
Something else that we may want to consider as well. Ansem's hired a fair number of beastmen to serve as bodyguard. Alert, highly powerful, strong. Could prove menacing if we're not careful. We'd want to get into a one-on-one fight with them. Joel, you think you can deal with them as well? Yeah, so my experience with beastmen have been generally negative, but I'll do my best.
And I'm
There
sure
we have it.
Jayla can come to his aid.
I think Jayla and Joel will probably be needed for this one.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Jayla, you think you can actually swing that sword true this time?
Oh,
My goal is not to use the sword, thank you very much, but
That's
yes, I'll be able to.
Very fair.
Ooh, first time for everything.
Jamie's just poking every bear he can find.
Yeah. It's because Arthur shut him up earlier, so he's got to get it all out now.
I was so
Built
good
up.
in the slipper conversation. I feel I'm owed this. I've had a lot happen
That's
in
right.
recently.
He's allowed to be a little
Fair enough.
snarky to everyone right now. It's okay.
So 4 days we have to repair for this.
We have 4 whole
Do we have
days.
anything to do for 4 days?
Would the stone even be worth it in
And
4
I'm just gonna-
days?
I'm just going to look directly at Darian.
Oh yeah, is there anything
That's
happening in the
right.
next couple of days?
Is there anything we have
that
going
we
on
need to
within
stick
the next
around for?
4 days,
days?
Darian? You don't happen to have any plans you're going to in the next 4 days we
I
have
honestly
available?
don't remember when the date was supposed to be.
Yeah,
It's,
scheduled it and didn't give you a time.
I will look over
Oh.
to Jayla. Is there anything important that maybe Darian here has in the next
Well-
4 days?
Well, I did keep Aster busy with some pointless errands today, but I'm sure she's going to want to talk to you very quickly, Darian, to reschedule the date because she did spend a pretty penny renting out the entire place.
Yeah.
If I
Wow.
recall, Aster should be down in the market. Maybe you should go pay her a little visit.
Hey, you can get
Well,
that
what about
date rescheduled.
scoping out Ansom's ship
I'd handle.
for
I-
Fort?
We've got it
Tetra
Tetra's more
immediately
than
just
capable of
looks at
that.
you and says, "Oh, I can already handle that. I'll get the map written out for it.
Okay, but
I
what
don't want to come
about
between you and love."
what about scoping out Stein Tower?
Me and Jamie can do that.
Yeah, I do this all. This is like
That's
cake.
literally what Jamie does on like a
Okay,
daily basis.
well- What about scoping out the Zafar Inn for repeat offenders?
No,
What
we're good.
about
I'm fucking there all
scoping
night.
out
What
Ast-
about what about scoping out Aster's heart? How about that? Maybe you should be worried about that.
What
one,
about
Darian.
cleaning the streets?
Me and
Doug-
Nux
Doug-
did
Doug
that
Yeah,
every-
Sentinel and
pokes her
Nugs
head
have-
through and says, "I have been keeping the streets particularly clean recently, so there is not a need for it anymore."
Look at
Oh,
that.
no,
Hey,
Darian.
Darian, I
You're
just
running
want to
out
let
of
you know.
excuses.
Perfect
Oh,
out.
no.
I gave you an opportunity to not continue this, and you chose to continue this.
Every single person here has taken time out of their day in order to make this happen, Darian. And I know the kind of person you are, and you would certainly not want all of that to go to waste just to hurt someone.
It's the only thing Astra's been talking about since she left Bridgetown. Would you really want
Arthur's
to
gonna
break her
slide
heart,
over a
Darian?
fist bump to Jamie.
I'm just gonna leave and go to the market.
That's what I
All right.
thought.
Oh man,
So,
we are
Darian-
bullying that. We are bullying that girl. Jamie will say that out loud. Like we are bullying this girl. As long as we're all aware of that, we're bullying both of
I
them.
am not bullying anybody. I gave Darian a perfect out. I told him he was okay to clear the air. He chose not to. This is his grave. He can be buried in it.
As far as I am concerned, I am only bullying Darian. Everything he does with that happens to move over to Aster is his fault.
Okay, that's certainly a way to look at it. I'm fine with bullying both of them, just so everyone's aware.
I'm just making clear. I'm not trying to hurt Aster. It's just Darian doesn't want to tell her no for some reason.
Arthur is going to.
He likes her, right?
He's going to put
Probably.
5 gold on the table in front of Darby and say, I'd increase the bet more, but I'm broke. So
That's fine.
5 gold says this escalates.
Oh, I will more than happily accept 5 gold that it'll escalate. 100% it's escalating.
Escalate to what?
I want to know.
I'm gonna get in on this. James
What
gonna
does
take out 5
escalate
gold,
mean?
and I'm gonna say that
I'm
I'm gonna
saying
give.
that this goes on beyond a date.
Yeah.
Like this is
Yeah,
going
just
to
one
turn into
date. This is
something
gonna
that,
become
like,
a
you have
thing.
to
I'm gonna
tell-
take 5 gold. I'll put it on the table and look at Darian and say, I'm gonna say 5 gold
Oh,
that
Darian's
Darian
gone.
does.
Darian left.
Oh, Darian left. I'm gonna say 5 gold that Darian does the right thing and tells this girl to not that he is not interested.
That ain't happening.
Well,
I'll take
Arthur,
that
looks
bet.
like we're gonna be splitting 5 gold sometime
Yeah,
soon.
just I said 5 gold down, and I'll put that off to the side,
There you go.
and there it is.
Sentinel, you
5
want in
gold
on this?
says-
Bet
5
Sentinel?
gold
You
says
want in on
they're
the bet?
married.
Does anyone else, either Joel, maybe Nugs wants in on this bet? Tetra, I'm sure you want on this bet.
Tetra throws down 10 gold and she says, 10 gold, she crushes the girl into oblivion. By mistake.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
that's really what's
Well.
gonna happen. You're talking
Jayla-
physically, right, Petra?
No, I mean emotionally. I pray to God. If it's physically, then by all God.
If anybody's being crushed physically, it's gonna be Darian.
My
Jayla
God.
is just looking at this muddy pile up on the table, and she just does this, and she goes, "Oh, Aster. Oh, Aster." And Joel's just like, 1 gold that says that true love finds a way, and he just tosses it on the table.
Oh,
I'm
he
so
brought
sorry
the
for
mood
your
down.
1 gold, Joel. I'm so sorry for it. You're
brought
never
the
seeing
mood
that
down.
point again.
Oh, also, somewhere in a completely different alien plane, Prince Safarin is angry that Jayla still doesn't stand up for her friend. Her slave is being openly mocked.
Darian.
All
Make
right.
your way down to the market square in the first layer. You have to look around for a little bit during the busy merchant day. But eventually you find Aster attempting to buy like this bushel of bread, or this bread's not served in a bushel, this basket of bread.
A bushel of bread. I need that as an image
Bush.
somewhere, please.
There's a bread bush
Please tell me
right
there's a
next to the
bushel
butter
of bread.
tree.
Oh.
The butter tree.
See her there, paying the gentleman and attempting to fly away with this very large basket of bread that her tiny little fairy body cannot quite handle.
Oh boy. I'll help her with the basket of bread.
So Darian, you approach. Do you say anything or do you just take it from her?
Say, hi, Aster.
Darian? Hi, Darian. Is that really you?
Oh, God.
No,
You really just ask for it sometimes.
it's an imposter.
You're so silly. Oh, can I help you with anything? Do you need me for anything?
Well, Aster has come to my attention that I owe you a date. A platonic date, mind you.
Her little fairy heart stops for a second. She might die. And just as her wings start to slow down, as the oxygen to her brain is no longer going to her brain,
You have to resuscitate her.
they immediately begin to flap again. And she goes, "Oh, really? Like you? Like tonight? Like tonight we can go? We can do it tonight?"
I
That's
have
nice.
been told I have no other plans.
Oh my gosh. With everything that happened too, and you still want to go out with me? Oh, Darian, you are just...
A man of my word.
You are like the alpha to my wolf pack.
Oh. I mean, I was thinking more like a herd of deer, but that works.
Well, I guess deer can be cool and I don't know. You have big horns. You know what they say about guys with big horns?
Everyone in
No.
high water. Everyone in high water. Literally everyone.
This is
Not a
the wiener
single
stream, I guess.
person.
This stream is sponsored by Wieners.
That is probably not a thing that we should be sponsored by.
Too late.
Okay, I will contact the restaurant right now and let them know that I'm renting the place out tonight, and if they want anything extra, it will be paid for.
You don't have to do that. You don't need to pay more. We could just, if it has to get pushed off to tomorrow night because you have to pay more.
It will happen tonight because I know that you'll be busy tomorrow night because you're always busy because you're such a man and you get shit done.
Well, thanks.
Okay. 7 o'clock tonight, and she gives you the name of the restaurant that I was gonna look up and forgot what I called it. It's very fancy, the most fancy steakhouse in all of Highwater.
Okay.
Be there tonight. Dress fancy, black tie.
I don't. Okay.
Okay, bye, Darian. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Bye.
Oh, do you have any food allergies?
Black tie, platonic
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll just tell them to use all the gluten then.
That's
Okay.
Great.
Bye, Darian. I'm so excited. And she flutters off to this restaurant.
Okay.
And you're left with this basket of bread that she bought that...
I will walk with my basket of bread back to the group.
You arrive with the basket of bread. Nugs looks over and says, "Oh, so you've returned with my basket of bread that I ordered."
What? No. Pazos is the only place that does deliveries around here.
Oh, I asked Asta to provide me a basket of bread. A table ordered it specifically. They've been waiting for way longer than they should have been waiting for.
Then, yes, this is your bread.
Nugs takes the bread and delivers it to the table. Pazos does not serve bread baskets. This was a special request that will never happen again. Because Nugs is not the waitress.
Well, I guess that worked out.
Yeah, well. Interesting. When did you become Aster's errand boy?
She could hardly lift the dang thing.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. I can't really fault you on that one too much, actually.
Checks out.
Yeah. That basket is like 10 times her size.
It is. It is. Anyway, I need to go get a black tie outfit.
Oh, for your platonic outing?
I'd consider that an escalation, and I'm just gonna kind of look at everybody else in the restaurant.
Escalate to what, Arthur?
Don't worry about it, Darian. Don't worry about it.
Nah, it's the same.
Nah,
change of
it's still,
venue.
in fairness,
That's
Arthur,
a change
it's
of
still...
venue. That's not the
I
same
always,
thing.
I
It's the
always
same-
go to black
it's the
tie.
same
I always
thing.
go to black tie dinners with my friends.
Well, I mean,
You want to go to a black tie dinner with me, Arthur? Is that what you're trying to say?
it's...
No, you know what, Darian? No, I would not.
Arthur, as much as I would love to cash out on this right now, in fairness, this was already the predetermined location.
There it
There's
is.
nothing we can do about that. If it happens to be black tie, that was us for not knowing.
I mean, we all did go to a black tie event
That's true, we did.
together.
Y'all did, yes, correct.
Yeah, we did.
Well, anyway, I don't know what my fanciest outfit is. I mean, I have some old, like, military-esque dress.
You have what you wore to the theater.
Yeah.
It's true.
No, yeah, have
Can you
fun.
say
Have
that,
fun.
Darian, that you have this military outfit? Tetra's just leaning back, eating a slice of pizza with her mouth full goes, "Well, they say that women love a band uniform."
Okay, so... I need to go to the store. I'm gonna go find a tailor.
There are many
You can
tailors in
take it out.
Highwater.
Dang.
could actually do it.
This way.
I could do it.
You could tailor me a nice,
Will you, though?
nice suit?
Will you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the man's
Actually,
a
I can.
doctor
Well, what do
actually,
you
I
need?
can.
with surgical
nothing.
precision.
I have what some would call a disguise kit. However, I use it to make clothes.
Eric. I'll
Uh,
take it.
I mean,
when you have
technically,
to-
that
It'll
is
when
look
the
you
like
have to
point.
make-
Groucho Marx.
Yeah, I was gonna say like for me, like where how Jamie would use it. I mean, this is what he was taught to use it for, but he's also made his own clothes. He's an urchin, so like making you clothes is actually in my job, in my like
He's
purview.
gonna make you the plastic glasses with no lenses, the fake nose, and the mustache.
That might be part of it,
Uh,
but I can do that. So that way you only have to. I'll only charge you the friend rate.
your tie is gonna be like this long, like this wide, and just
Huge. It's gonna be
just
huge.
a massive tie, the size of a person.
Yeah, it's gonna be like really, really wide, but like only like 4
Yeah,
inches long.
like come
You know,
down like
I
halfway.
have faith in Jamie's abilities. I'll see what he can produce.
Big size
Yes.
50
All right,
clown
Ethan.
shoes.
What do I do?
But Jamie, you don't really have time to sew him an entire outfit, so you can kind of take garments that he
Oh.
currently has and fashion something.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Do you have like tailor? Well, I don't know what the tailors.
I don't know
are they,
the
like-
Taylor thing, but I have the disguise kit. That's like what I
Oh, there's
have.
guys. Okay,
That's
yeah.
like
Give me
doing
a.
those Groucho Marx.
Give me a roll with the disguise kit using your charisma modifier, and if you're proficient in it, your proficiency bonus.
Oh no, it's not great. Here we go.
Oh,
Plus my
Lord.
proficiency.
Yep.
Well, it's a 9.
Jeez. All the rolls have been really low
Uh,
today.
My
few hours
charisma. I don't
by-
have I don't have charisma.
A
Oh,
few
you don't
hours,
say. You
Oh.
don't
Why?
say, Dr. Jamie.
Darian,
Would have
as
thought.
Jamie begins to fashion this outfit for you, doing all this different stuff, making measurements, looking at different pieces of cloth to see what goes best. And what you end up with is a suit where one sleeve is longer than the other. You have a red ascot on with a tie and a fedora.
I've never been to a fancy party. I
That's
know
all
that you're
cut in it
supposed
for
to
your
have
horns.
cufflink. I know you have cufflinks, and I gave you one. I know you need a
What?
tie, so I
Oh,
gave
what?
you one.
Also, it's not even black coat. You're in a sport coat, so.
Yeah, and I gave you a coat. You said a coat, so you have a coat. I gave you a fancy scarf because I've always seen rich people with their fancy scarves, and I gave you a hat because look at Darby has a dumb hat, so I gave you a dumb hat because Darby looks like he's always going someplace fancy, even though he never really goes anywhere fancy.
No.
So don't come at me like I didn't give you exactly what you asked for.
Honestly, Darren, you got exactly what you
Fucking
paid
Jamie
for.
offering
Darian,
to
for
do
you,
something
that's
and got
probably
really
acceptable.
mad and all his judgment.
Jamie is incredibly insecure about him being
So
from a
defensive.
poor in like the gutter area. That like this is the way it manifests.
I love this about Jamie. This is
Like, hey, I can make fancy clothes. Goddamn it!
Offer to make clothes, Darren. Just
boy.
give it the look like.
I'm gonna keep
Oh!
offering to
Arthur
make
is
people
going
clothes.
to-
By the way,
Arthur's going to like smile at you, Darian, but like that kind of like smile where like you know I know something you don't know, and I'm like really holding back a like a loud laugh, but just kind of just grin.
Ethan, what did you say during all that?
I'd said that Darian, given your like upbringing and livelihood and kind of like the fact that you're a ranger, it's probably acceptable to you.
All right, this is the outfit.
yeah.
Thanks,
Oh
Jamie.
man.
I would
Really
like
go
you-
to-
I would
Of
like you to
anyone,
know
probably
there's
of
something
anyone,
wrong.
Darby
Yeah.
would be the only one looking at this being like, oh no.
You got exactly what you paid for, Darian. You got every penny's worth.
Maybe Joel and Jayla and Tetra are all just like looking at this too, like Jamie's all done. Everyone's waiting for you down in the waiting room of Pazos. You come on down, Jamie behind you, all excited that this is what he did. And Arthur and Sentinel are probably just like, hey, he cleans up pretty good. And Tetra just looks away, laughing. Jayla's mouth is agape, and she's just like, oh no.
I am.
Oh,
if
jeez.
anybody criticizes my work about this, Jamie's going to be like very confrontational. You can see him standing uncharacteristically, like looking for approval, like behind.
You got
Darian or
every
Jamie,
gold
do you
worth.
say anything?
No, I'm hoping that my friends enjoy this thing that I made.
Joel looks at you, Darian, and he's like, you clean up pretty good there, Darian. And Jayla's like, yeah, you're gonna knock her dead.
You guys sound so sincere.
Well,
We are, right, Joel, we're sincere, aren't we? And Joel looks over, he's like, yeah, I think
Yeah.
he looks pretty good, actually.
Jamie, I don't think they
Thank
like your
you.
clothes.
I think he
No,
looks
they
great.
of course they do. Because why does it even matter if they like it? I mean, they should. This is a fancy outfit. You look like a fancy guy. This is what fancy people look like.
Yeah, Dr. Watts, could you make me one of those scarf things? I mean, I would
know-
love one of those.
If you're looking for me to make you clothes, then I can do that for you.
Thank you,
No one
Dr.
knew
Watts. I would be
Jamie's
honored.
Secret hidden agendas with Taylor.
I just like-
leave the
I
medical
love
field
how
to become a Taylor.
sensitive he is about it. It's so
This
great.
is your
Arthur's
for all
gonna
of you.
clock
I've decided
that. Arthur's
that
gonna
this is
clock
right.
that Jamie's sensitive about clothing making. and
He,
he's
he
gonna hold on to that.
genuinely wants people to think he's good at this thing for no real reason other than the fact that he does. But Jamie's gonna jump at the chance to make Sentinel a scarf, and is gonna start thinking about that for later.
All right, you were thinking about that for later. Darian, in your new digs, you realize that you've got about a half hour till your date.
All right, how long does it take to get there?
Probably about 15, 20 minutes.
But Jamie could get you there in 7.
I could,
yeah,
I
7
could
to
if you're looking to
10
get here
minutes.
faster.
Well, I got nothing going on between now and then. I'll have a beer.
Okay.
Are you ordering a beer from Passo's?
I am.
All right.
Sorry.
You look at who would you like to order it from?
I'll order it from Dale. I'll ask Dale for a brewski.
All right, so you walk up to the ordering
Rooster.
window. You wait in line for like a minute while other people are ordering pizzas. You walk up, and you're at the window. Dale looks at you. He's like, "Why are you at the ordering window?
Cause I wanted a beer.
Why?"
Cause I have a half hour to kill.
Dale leans out the window. He puts both his hands on your shoulder, Darian. He goes, "Buddy, I'm just gonna level with you just here real quick. No amount of alcohol is going to save you tonight. No reason. There's
just
no
wanted
reason
a
to turn into an
beer.
alcoholic. There's no reason to devolve yourself to that
God.
situation.
Bill is quite the
You
businessman.
need to be a
Oh,
just-
man about this. Son, do you understand me?"
Her whole
I just
community,
wanted a beer.
her whole friend group, everybody around her just doesn't care about her feelings. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Oh man. Oh,
Jesus.
I asked her, man.
dude, Darby is
She's so
actually just
nice.
cracking up
She's
at
done
Dale's
nothing
statements.
bad to
Dale was telling Darian to
You
keep
go
her
right
out,
out of her
not
way.
be a drunken idiot. He's
Yeah.
doing something nice for her.
This is the girl who traveled like towns away to go save her friend to find someone.
Dale is doing something nice. Dale is preventing
Yeah.
her man of her dreams from being a drunken fool at dinner. That's what Dale's doing.
I'm sorry. That's just I can't. It's getting me every time.
It's so funny though.
So no beer?
No beer for you, Darian. It's time to
Okay, I
be a
guess
man.
I'll just sit here then. With no beer.
Arthur's gonna non-discreetly just sip from his flask.
Fuck you.
As
Darby
you
will
sit
just
there,
raise his
Darian,
hand and go, "Can I get an ale over here, though?
Dale slaps thing. One ale over there coming right up.
Might need it for tonight. It's gonna be a wild
I'm
ride."
gonna offer Darian my flask. You want some?
I'll slowly go to take it.
I'll toss it to him.
Can we? Oh wait, hold
I'll
on.
toss
Keep
it to
going.
him.
Is it empty?
I'll take a shot and
It's
then toss
empty.
it back.
It's empty.
Yep, I knew it.
That's so funny.
I'm just gonna get out. I'm just gonna get up and leave.
Ugh.
When Darian leaves,
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, Does anyone want to sneak behind them and see how the date's going the whole time?
I was gonna ask the same thing. There's no way
Alright,
we're not
okay.
following on this, right?
Wait,
We are
can I-
eavesdropping. So
Can I
hard.
give Darian a lift?
You can take him.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, no, you can
drop
take him.
off.
Of course, you can be the chicken
Chicken
lift.
drop off.
You can be the Uber.
Might as well go in
I'll
style.
dress up in my theater, like my little get up, the shoes and everything.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
like
is he
Darian's
gonna be
picking
your
up
chicken
chairs.
carriage? Are you
Yep.
gonna be your chicken carriage?
Yes.
Man, you get to go to the ball in your very own chicken carriage.
Yes.
Oh
So, no,
man.
you kind of, Darian, do you accept this?
I'll accept it.
All right, so Sentinel, you head out with Darian. He kind of mounts you in like a steed, like a chicken steed. And as you're about to take off, Jayla steps out, and she kind of just walks up to you, Darian, and she just looks up and she just goes, "I have a feeling that tonight probably is not going to go as well as my friend hopes it's going to go. I'm going to ask you to be nice. Can you do that for me?"
Everybody's lecturing me now. Yeah, I will be nice.
Thank you. Aster is uppity and she gets ahead of herself, but she is a good girl, and I don't want to see her get hurt anymore.
Okay, Captain.
Have fun.
Of course.
Joel sticks his head out the window. Use a condom!
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
boy.
Oh goodness.
He's gotten in the habit of ignoring Joel at this point.
Sentinel, you can
that's
ride
very
off.
cool.
You can ride
It's
off
good to
with
see that he's
Darian.
feeling better, though. It is nice
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
he's
You know,
feeling
honestly,
better.
I'm actually
Yeah,
I'm
that's
glad
great
that this
Joel's
is
feeling
happening.
himself again. That's great.
You guys can ride off to this restaurant.
And
but-
me, Darby, and
Yeah, we're
James
following.
get there faster.
Oh, as you
We
guys
can
go
get
to
there
leave,
faster. Yeah, we can get there
as you
faster.
guys
than
go to leave, Jayla literally like grabs you, like Jamie, and is like, "I am coming with you guys."
Oh, of course.
All
I will
right.
turn back to Dale and go, Dale, do you want in on this at all, or like, are you just gonna stay here?
I have a restaurant to run because the owner is probably also going to join you guys. Isn't that right, Joel? And Joel is already like washing his hands, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going,
Well,
baby."
Nugs can
This is
do
like
it.
a
She did a wonderful
Nickelodeon-
job this
This
morning.
is like a Nickelodeon Disney Channel episode.
Straight to
is,
TV
you know what this
movie.
is? This is exactly Lion King 1.5. We are
Yes.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah.
It
Following
is literally,
along.
we had this super like depressing, dark episode. This is a goofy follow up to
needed
make
this.
everyone feel
We
better
needed
about
this.
Oh,
themselves.
Yes,
No.
this is the
Alright,
Silly,
volleyball
goofy
episode.
date heist.
So
this is
with
The beach episode.
the beach episode. Yeah.
the big bad guy revealed himself, so everyone get in bikinis and goes to
Yes, they go to the beach.
Yeah.
Or the
All right.
ski lodge or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or the hot spring. It's the hot
Oh,
spring
yo,
episode
hot spring episode,
Yep.
yeah.
of the Elyssia stream. So because
Oh,
Jamie
man.
is with you and he can navigate the city much quicker, you actually beat Darian and Sentinel there.
Of course.
So you guys are kind of just waiting outside for them to arrive. And as
I
you're
would prefer
standing
not
there,
to be obvious. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
no, of
gonna
course.
hide.
Oh, of
figured
course, yeah.
You're hiding. You've kind of found like an alley. This place is on the first layer. It's in one of the more affluent areas in the market. Got a big sign with a big old piece of steak with a knife in it. And there's just like this aroma of like onion and sage and steak just coming out of this place. So you guys are kind of tucked in an alley which gives you a decent view of both the front door, but also the back a little bit. And as you're hiding there, the door from the back just opens, and all of these people just start leaving. There's just an exodus of people. And a human male, stumbles out, and he looks older, he looks to be in his 60s, and he seems to be pleading with these people as they all scatter.
Do the people leaving appear to be in the same uniform?
Yes, they appear to be in, like, cooking staff
Yeah, they're
uniforms.
workers. Oh no. Is there any chance we can hear what he's saying?
From this distance, no.
I would like to try to.
Yeah,
move
I would
up,
also like
but
to
not make myself obvious
move up a
to
little
hear
bit.
what's happening.
Yep, so as you eavesdrop, you can hear this guy going, "No, please, don't go. I have a big night tonight. I've been paid so much for tonight. It's a
Are
one
they-
party."
Are the
Just
workers
one more
just
night.
silent?
What?
Are the workers that are leaving just silent?
One
in
of them just
response,
turns
or-
around and is like, "We ain't working with crazy anymore, buddy." And he just keeps on going.
We have a
guy-
decision to make,
The
folks.
guy just collapses to his knees and he starts crying.
I asked myself, what would Darian do? And I approached the older man.
Oh boy.
Okay. You walk up to him, Arthur.
Grandfather?
Oh, what can I do for you?
You appear to have yourself quite a problem. Was that your staff that just left?
Is it that obvious?
Well,
That it was your staff?
group,
Yes.
A group of people all in the same uniform, all leaving at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else could it be?
I've seen a walkout before.
That's exactly what it is. A walkout of my restaurant. I hired the boy, a prodigy he was. He was going to come and he was going to take our cuisine to the next level. But then he comes out and he says that a rat is controlling his every movement as he cooks. And they are. Now I have no staff to cook the food.
Do you still have rat hair, boy?
No, he left too. He was insane. The guard took him.
Oh, I don't think. I mean,
This is not a fantasy world. The rats do not just control people's brains.
Oh, that's why I was at, just in case, maybe he is
Well,
still
I-
there.
I mean-
have
Didn't
quite
specify
the
either.
sizable wager on this night going
Peck.
very well for my friend.
Yeah.
Peck is pretty
Yes.
smart. I don't think I've ever seen him control anyone's brain.
You're offering to help me.
If that's what it takes for me to win my bet, then sure.
Oh, the goddess be praised. This is the most wonderful thing ever. Please come on in. Come on in. You must see the kitchen. You must see the food. Are you chef?
Actually, I in a former life, yes.
Oh, goddess be praised anymore. Is it just you? We cannot do this alone. There must be others.
Oh no, I have an entire staff with me, and I'm literally going to point out everyone else.
Oh boy.
So Jamie, Darby,
Arthur's gotten us into.
Joel,
I know you're not.
Kayla,
I know
all
you're
of
not
them. I'm
talking to
going
me.
point them all out.
Well, I can't say I expected to cheat this bet too, but I guess we'll have to cheat a little bit, huh?
Well,
One.
if you guys are gonna make the day good, then I'm making sure to come through and make sure that it's not so good.
If
Would
this
you
night
really
goes
do
well,
that to your friend?
Your friend Darian.
Yes.
For money?
Yeah, for
Yes.
for like 10 gold. It's really that
Well,
much.
for 0 gold, I would have done it for free. But I'll
That's,
do
you know
it
what,
for
that's
10
very
gold.
fair. I've been doing it for free for a while now.
if this night goes well, I will pay you for the day. No, I will pay you triple for the day.
Oh,
Hey, stop.
Three
all
gold
right,
Strike
okay.
pieces for each of you for your service.
Dang. All right. Hey,
Oh,
man.
I
Stop.
like it.
Stop
I'm not
sucking.
much
We're
of a
already done.
chef, but I'll do what I can, I guess.
There is more than we need than chefs. Everyone has walked out. I am the only one there. I need someone to wait the table. I need someone to preside the ambient music. I need the chef. I need the sous chef, the saucier, and the dessertier.
Well, I can be the chef.
I
Perfect.
can be the server.
Even better, who would like to be the musical performance for the night? Joel just raises his hand. He goes,
No, no, Joel, no, we're not
Yes.
having that.
Yes.
That's not happening.
Yes, we will.
We want
I
this to
love
be
that.
a good night, Joel.
No, Joel, please go up on stage and sing whatever's in your heart.
Oh god, should we go? Joel, can you quickly get Nugs? Is that a possibility? Would Nugs be able to get here fast?
yeah, I could probably go grab, if Dale will let her go, but I can go find out.
That'd be great.
Honestly, that'd probably be better than any of us here.
I will be right back, and Joel takes off. Jayla is like, I can, do the desserts.
Perfect.
I baked a few cakes before.
Well, then I guess that leaves me and Joel whenever he gets back to be part of the cooking staff.
Yeah, sous chef.
You still need a sous chef and a saucier, technically.
Well,
And plus there's Sentinel of Sentinel Ops to help
Yeah.
you guys
I'll
out.
I mean,
take
Sentinel
you
is
as
around the
sous
corner.
Stuff if you want to, Darby, and then Saucier can be Joel when he returns.
That's fine with me.
Sentinel,
I'll-
as this conversation is happening, you have arrived with Darian to the front of this restaurant.
Thanks, Sentinel. I'll hop off.
You're welcome.
Well,
And- will
go
say,
ahead.
Sentinel, from the corner of your eye, you can actually see Joel running to go get Nugs, though you don't know why he's there or why he's leaving.
Do I
That's
notice
funny.
anybody at all?
Give me a perception at disadvantage because I don't watch him too.
That's fair.
Oh, I got a 3 and a 4.
Yeah.
Well, I do
Huh.
have +6 in perception, or +8 in
Oh,
perception.
damn, man. So that's,
Well, not quite enough to
yeah,
catch
right.
Joel.
couple level.
You're too heated for your date right now, Darian. Which
Alright.
the restaurant is your oyster at this point.
I'll tell Sentinel that I appreciate the lift, and I can find my way back later when the evening's said and done. Well, I'll catch you later, buddy.
I slap him on the butt and I say, have a good night.
Thanks, Sentinel.
All right. So you guys, we'll jump back to the other party. The owner of this restaurant leads you into the kitchen, which you can see is a very large, very nice kitchen. A lot of state-of-the-art, well, state-of-the-art as you can get for a world like this, cooking utensils and wares and stuff. Arthur, this is nothing like the galley kitchens that you would have been working with. This is high society, you could say.
For sure.
And very quickly, the owner begins walking through the different things, and he's like, "This is what this is. This is the pantry with all the food. Our meat is brought in fresh every day. We butcher the cows and shaves off the beef, so tender and fine."
Sure.
This is a lot.
He comes to you.
While he's talking, I was gonna
Right.
find like a extra. When he's talking, I get an extra uniform, like laying around, and just kind of like put on the shirt and the pant enough that it looks like it's me, but I'm wearing the outfit.
So you find you definitely find like the waiter's outfit, Jamie, and you put it all on, and you said you make it look like it's you, right?
Oh no, it's clear. It's clearly gonna be me when I
Perfect.
walk out.
Even better. Even better. So you get yourself all like up and going. You're looking good. Everyone else is. There's outfits for you guys to change into, so you look like part of the wait staff. You all
Arthur's
fine,
gonna
pristine.
clock Jamie, and he goes, "Wow, you look better than Darian." Just to see what Jamie's reaction is.
I'm gonna say, no, actually, because this is just a waiter's uniform, and Darian is in a fancy person's clothes. But if you're trying to say that, well, and also, yeah, these are manufactured by like a big seamstress thing. Like my stuff is like niche stuff.
They have the tag for Anvil.
It's
Company
fashion.
there.
It's fashion.
Sentinel,
Arthur.
you also saw Joel take off too. If you'd like to go see what's going
I was
on.
gonna
Yeah,
say,
I'm
as
gonna-
soon as Darian got dropped off and like went inside, I was gonna really quickly run around the corner and be like, "Psst, hey, Sentinel,
Who's that?
it's Darby. I'm trying not to make too much noise so Darian doesn't hear me.
Darby, what are you
Hi.
doing here?
I feel like it's not that surprising, Sentinel. We're here to eavesdrop on the date, obviously. But there's been an issue. The whole wait
Rude.
staff. It's come on. You know you want to know what's going on.
We're not gonna leave them at peace.
Well, there's been a complication.
What's the complication?
The entire staff walked out.
What did you guys do?
We did nothing. We showed up and they just happened to leave. It's unfortunate circumstance.
I'm
So,
sure that's the
We
case.
are
Oh, geez.
helping. He's going to pay us triple the day's rate for helping out. So we're going to help and try to make this a good night. Definitely not so we can edge the bet a little bit, but also just because it's good. It's good money, you know.
Yeah,
The
know.
right thing to do.
And you get to
I'm
help out your
sure.
friend Darian. You know, he gets to have a nice, good time with his definitely not date Aster,
So you guys need help?
preferably.
What happened to Joel? Joel was
Joel's
left.
getting nugs because we need entertainment.
Ah,
And I'm not a musician, and I don't think anyone else of us is a musician.
and there's
Joel
no
was
better
gonna offer
entertainment
himself.
around. Yeah, that's a good decision.
Yeah. And I'm not much of a chef, and we're gonna need help in the kitchen.
All right. I showed off my skills to Tetra, and this is my my magnum opus, my big,
This is
masterpiece
your
right
big
here.
debut as a
Yeah.
master chef.
So,
So if
you
you want
know,
to come back and help, I'm sure
So Sentinel
the owner
says,
will
Yep.
be
For
more than
Joel, they
happy.
do need a
Fucking
saucier,
Jamie sits there
Sentinel.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
need a
Stay away.
saucier here.
and there's no better saucy. You got the sauciest chicken around.
Sure. Yeah.
This is the best.
Okay.
Thing.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, sure.
All right, point me to the kitchen.
And I would lead Sentinel through the back alley to the kitchen.
All right, Sentinel. As you enter with Darby, you can kind of see that everyone's getting their waiters' outfits on. Arthur's already started up he's getting the fires going to get those steaks grilling.
You have
Uh,
never in your life ever seen Arthur so stressed out. even when Arthur has been on death's door, the countless times you've seen him, this is the most stressed you've ever seen Arthur.
God, this really is just a straight to TV like Disney.
This
Classic
is our
movie.
episode. This is our
to give you a
episode where
layout of the
Oh,
all
kitchen
of our
too.
stuff.
To
comes
give you a layout of
out.
the kitchen, there's like the main area where all the cooking and stuff happens, but there is also a door that leads out into the restaurant and another door that looks to lead to an office of some. But while everyone is prepping, which think about what you would like to prepare for your specific role, Darian.
Yeah.
You step through the front door of the restaurant to low lighting, the smell of sauteed onions. No music, surprisingly, and a peaceful, quiet ambiance. Mounted to the wall is a boar's head. There are pictures, or paintings, I should say technically, of different men of certain nobility about them, with knives and forks cutting into different steaks, nameplates plastered at the bottom of the painting. Like Sir Tibonius, purveyor of steaks, and the Duke of Porthouse.
Oh, Duke Porthouse. What a great man he was.
All nobility that have partaken in this establishment's fine cuisine. And all of the tables have been pushed to the side or removed, leaving one lone square table for two, seated in the center. A lone chandelier of candles hangs over it, illuminating it in a soft yellow light. Fluttering by the table, looking away from you, in a gorgeous blue gown that seems to swirl as if it has been infused with magic itself, is Aster. When she hears the door open and shut behind her, turns to look at you, and with bated breath, sucks in as much air as her little fairy lungs can hold, and she says, Darian, you look wonderful.
Thanks. Dr. Watts tailored me an outfit.
Really?
Yeah, he's a talented guy.
He is so good at the different things that he does.
Really is. You should ask him for an outfit. I'm sure. I'm sure he'd be happy to make you
I
one.
would love to, actually. I think it would look very, very good on me. I've been so excited for tonight. I talked to the owner, and I got the place rented out, but no one has come to ask me if I want anything to drink today. So, I think they might be preparing something big for us tonight.
Oh well, that's exciting.
Pressure.
It's a swanky spot.
Oh, the swankiest of spots. This place has been rented out for months, and I got a reservation, a private reservation.
That's impressive. How'd you
You
do
know, well, I mean, I come from a bit of money, so you grease the wheels a little bit and stuff like that. But anything for you, Darian. Anything for us tonight.
it? Okay. Well, let's take a seat, shall we?
All right. And Aster waits for you to pull her
I
chair.
was about to ask, does
You
Darian pull out her
noticed?
chair?
You notice that her chair has like a bunch of like things stacked up so she can sit in it because she's a fairy.
I'm gonna like start making my way to my chair when I see her waiting. Go, oh, yep, right, and then I'm gonna go pull her chair out for her.
All right, you pull it out. Aster takes a seat in the chair, and Darian, you lightly push it back in. You push it in as far as you can. Obviously, there's still like that much of a gap between her and the table, but Aster realizes to each you'll probably have to flutter down the table and pick her food up. And you can make your way to your seat.
All right, I will sit down.
Isn't this just the most wonderful thing ever? The lights, the music that I paid for and should be playing shortly, I would hope. Oh, but Like, it doesn't really matter if there's no music. It doesn't even matter if there's no food. Literally, the world could explode, but the fact that we're together means everything.
Oh, boy.
Man.
So mean.
Well, this is a very nice
Very
spot, and I have to
fascinating,
say,
very
after the
fascinating.
past few days, it's nice to unwind a little bit. So thank you,
You have-
Aster.
You have been through so much, Darian, between the necromancers and the stone. Sometimes I wonder how Jayla works you all to the bone so much, and I need to have a talk with her about making my man work so hard.
I mean, it'd be cool if she pulled her weight a little bit. You know what I mean, Aster?
Right? Someone needs to be a pit bull in that relation, about this whole thing. If you need me to be your pit bull, I will be your pit bull. Ah.
Very vicious. Sorry, the little rar got me.
Right.
I've been told I've been very vicious before.
Oh.
So what are you thinking about having tonight? I've heard that their porterhouse is to die for, but I've also heard they have delicious lamb chops. Now, as a fairy, I'm technically supposed to be vegetarian, but I've been known to cheat every once in a while.
Oh, well, have you been here before?
No.
Oh, well, maybe we can ask the waiter for a recommendation.
And
Because I'm on the fence.
as you say the waiter, Jamie walks out.
Yes.
You can see an actual small bit of excitement on Darian's face completely leave when he recognizes Jamie. Just,
Oh.
Dr. Watts, do you work as a waiter here?
Dr. Watts? Woo. I am. Oh, look at the name. Like, Samantha.
Farquaad.
I am Samantha, and I am going to be your waiter today in this lovely. And what are we celebrating tonight?
Date.
I'm gonna. Can I
First
see the kitchen from here?
Give me a perception roll as the door. Hold it, because you weren't expecting Jamie to come out, and there's a
Sure.
door to the kitchen, so not yet. Hold that thought though.
And Jamie heads back.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah. So a first date. Wow, that's honestly one of the nicest things I've ever heard. I'm glad, and I would never want to not tell you how I felt. So, what are we having? What are we having for drinks tonight?
Well, Darian, if this is okay that I do this, I ordered and she flies up to you and whispers, 500 gold bottle of wine. It should be in the back under my name, Aster.
What? I mean, right away. That is a lovely use of funds, and certainly wouldn't have fed every orphan in the city for. And I'm gonna just like walk.
As Jamie enters through the door, Darian, give me a perception roll.
As the door opens, the entire restaurant, which is just the two of them, hears, "What the fuck? It's a moose boosh!"
I got a 14.
Oh, my body.
You hear that, you very instantly recognize it as Arthur's voice, and you can see the usually seaworthy tiefling in this fine white outfit with a high buttoned-up collar, hair slicked back, no pirate hat on, yelling whatever he just yelled. What is a moofta or whatever?
I said, "What
Moosh
the F
boosh.
is a moose boosh?"
A moosh boosh.
This is so great.
It appears we have some company, Aster. Jamie
That
isn't the only
Samantha
one
seems
here.
super nice. Isn't it weird that they look so similar to Dr. Watts, though? Do you think he has a brother? Or, well, no, I don't want to judge.
Aster, that was Dr. Watts.
No. Really?
Yep, it's true.
I think Dr. Watts has a bigger nose.
I would have to disagree. I think.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
man.
maybe he's just being polite because he knows how special it is today. I hope you like the wine. It comes from a local winery down, or not really local, but it comes from a winery down in the southern continents. It has to be imported by these large, giant eagles to even get it over the mountains. It's a nice, red, full-body wine. We have it sometimes back at my place. It's really tasty, and I'm not a big wine drinker.
Yeah, the most local of wine you can have, shipped by specifically an eagle that can only be that eagle that flies over a specific mountain range. That's as local as you can get.
Honestly,
Local.
it's not too off base from some modern day wine
No,
snobs.
that is very,
You know
very
what? There
accurate
it
for how
is.
some people are.
There it is.
But it's so funny.
Well, that sounds delightful. I
Mhm.
haven't had much wine in my day.
Oh, you'll absolutely love it. But don't drink it all, because you have to have it with a little bit of the beef to really bring out its full, accentuated body of flavors. Whatever
Hey,
that means.
noted. Noted.
Also, tonight I have a surprise for you. A big surprise.
Oh, that's too much. I'm not good at receiving gifts, Aster.
Oh, well, it's not really like a physical gift. It's more of like a affirmational gift.
Trouble.
Well, it's very, very kind, but you know, the restaurant's a lot of a gift to begin with.
Well, it's okay. Let's eat first, and let's not even think about it, because tonight is going to be a fun night.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh, let me tell you about my family. I have 18 brothers and sisters.
Jeez.
And she just immediately pulls out a small fairy-sized photo album and begins to flip through it and go through each of her family members. As
Can I
we jump
even
back,
see them from across the table?
barely. They all just kind of look like blue-haired blobs because Aster has blue hair. Back to the kitchen as Jamie enters the thing, going to go get this bottle of wine.
I
500 gold
literally am going to.
He's
Is
gonna
there another
steal it.
bottle? Is there another bottle of wine, like regular?
Oh yeah, there's
wine.
a ton of wine. There's like a wine cellar.
I'm
that you can
going
step
to.
down
I'm going to take it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna pour the first wine out. I'm gonna pour the fancy wine into that bottle. Then I'm gonna go find another thing of like regular wine and pour it into the fancy bottle and leave the fancy wine over here. And then I'm gonna go back so I can serve it to them.
So Jamie, you start making your way back. As for everyone else, our kitchen crew, so Jayla is, I have to roll for her to see how she's doing with her desserts. Oh no. Jayla is working on the desserts right now.
Oh boy, she must be
Arthur,
remaking the
what
dessert.
are you cooking tonight for the lovely couple?
Well, I am attempting to decipher the notes that were left for me. Assuming this is a very, very highfalutin restaurant, that they would typically serve a 12-course meal. That's why I was
Correct.
shouting about a amuse-bouche.
Yep.
I would like to begin preparing what I would believe is hors d'oeuvres, which essentially would just be chopped and fried zucchini. But that is his task as the moment. I will then be moving on to trying to understand what an amuse-bouche is, which is the second part of the 12-course meal.
Okay. Arthur, I will need two things from you. I will need one, a roll for your appetizer, which you could allow your sous chef to do, because the sous chef and the saucier are your assistants right now.
Yes, I will pass on the zucchini fritters to my sous chef.
That is fine.
So, Darby, I am going to need a cooking check from you. So if you have proficiency in cooking utensils, you may use that. If not, it will be a straight roll. Arthur, give me an intelligence roll. Straight intelligence.
All right, not bad.
That is a 11.
11. You kind of are flipping through these notes trying to determine what a amuse-bouche is. And as you're getting through the notes and stuff, you're kind of like, I'm sort of piecing this together in a way, but fuck it, here we go. Here's my olive oil in the pan.
All right, so I'm just gonna fry up some bread then. It's gonna be fried.
All right,
bread.
so Arthur is like, F this amuse-bouche, it's bread frying time. They have a large supply or collection of different baguettes and breads that you may choose from.
Let's go with a baguette.
All right, so you grab a nice Pregla baguette and you begin to slice it. And when you say fry it, you just throw it in like the stove with some oil and kind of like toast it almost.
Yeah, I'm gonna toast it. It's very light toasting. Again, it's gonna be very, very fine slices because it's a 12-course meal, so you're gonna be getting an infinite amount of everything. So obviously, I'm gonna get that ready just so that way they can be served and I can move on to the soup.
Great. So Sentinel, Arthur is currently working on the bread, of which there would need to be a sauce. You will need a sauce for the bread. You will need a sauce for the vegetables. You will need a sauce for the main entree and the potatoes. as well as a sauce for the dessert that Jayla is preparing. So we will go ahead and we will start with the vegetable sauce that Darby is currently working on. Which, Darby, what did you roll?
I got a big old 16.
So, Darby, you're actually sauteing those vegetables up real nice. You've sliced up those zucchini and summer squashes. You've thrown them in a big frying pan, and you're flipping them around. And, Arthur's probably pretty impressed with you right now. But
I'm impressed with myself. Okay.
What type of
Mm.
sauce would you
Chef
like
on
to
the
prep
top.
for those vegetables?
I'm gonna do a desert flower sauce. I'm gonna from the Citadel. There are these almost like cactus-like flowers that I would reduce down to a nice light sauce to pour over the zucchini.
No. How spicy are these?
They're like let's say jalapeno. Not quite like habanero.
Okay.
We don't get to that end of things, but just a little kick.
Give me a cooking check, Sentinel. And again, I believe you are proficient
Yeah,
in the
you are.
cooking utensils, so you may add your proficiency to this.
Nice. Oh, I'm just, Sentinel is just real off. That is another nat 1 for.
Oh no.
When it rains, it pours, and
Sentinel,
and I'm in a hurricane.
as you go back to the pantry and start looking around for these feathers, you do in fact find desert flowers. You find 3 of them. But there's not quite enough of the one to do the sauce that you need. So you grab one of the others, not realizing that this is the Reaper flower.
Oh no.
The ultimately spicy flower that is grown within the Dorter deserts, known to burn people's tongues off if they directly lick the flower. And you bring that over and begin to saute that to
Oh
make
my
your-
god!
Yes.
What is this place that we live in right now?
Who knows? Got the
Oh my
magic kitchen of
God.
everything.
And then,
Death
another
flowers
one.
outside.
There's also the bread sauce that you need to do for this toasted bread dish that Arthur's prepared. What type of sauce will you make for that?
Yeah, so I'm going to take, since we're doing the big old steaks, I'm going to take a reduction of the meat, like sauce, like the juices and things like that, and kind of thicken it up to give this kind of deep, flavorful sauce to pour over the bread.
All right, give me another cooking roll on that.
I love this. I love the music. I love how into it we are right now.
Yes.
16! That's
Hey!
better.
No, you gather up your ingredients for this one. You begin to mash them up. You begin to cook them up real good. And before the first vegetable sauce is even done, before the hors d'oeuvre sauce is even done, you've created this, and you immediately dump it on over the bread. And Jamie, you have both the wine and the vegetables and bread available to serve to the dates.
Sweet, yeah. I'm gonna walk out
All right.
and I do the waiter step out. I walk over and I come up to the bread. I said, for the table, I have the most fancy bottle of wine that I have ever heard of in my life.
Wonderful.
And then I also have this bread, something that people sometimes wish they get to eat. And I have been. What was I supposed to? I was just supposed to say something. Doesn't matter. Here you go.
All right. Did you also
I
bring
wanna
the
head up.
vegetables out with you as well, Jamie?
Oh yes, I would have also done that on my shoulder.
All right, so
Or
you set
whatever.
down this vegetable dish and this bread dish, which the bread dish looks very, very appetizing, Darian. The bread is nicely toasted. It has a kind of thick, almost creamy-looking sauce that Sentinel put together. The vegetables look like they're well sautéed, but the sauce is a very, very vibrant red color. And
Very.
as you have the wine and you start pouring it,
Yum.
Aster goes, "Oh, before you pour any more, Samantha, would you, Darian, would you
Mm.
like to sample it for me?"
I don't know what to look for when I'm sampling, Asher. It might be best for you to sample the wine you bought.
Okay, I'll take some.
Oh yeah, sure. I want to pour it into the thing. A little
Aster
bit.
immediately sets the wine down onto the table. She tucks her index finger and middle finger between the stem and the base of the glass and gives it a light a light moves, swirling the wine in the glass. She then picks it up by the stem, sniffs it, breathes it in, and holds the scent in her mouth before exhaling through her nostrils. She then shakes it again and repeats the process, going, "Oh, there's that hazelnut taste that you get with this wine." And she presses it to her lips, breathes in again, and touches it to them and pulls it back, barely having drunk a sip. She sets it down and she goes, "Huh, wonder if they changed the wine. It tastes different, like really different."
Well, I feel like that's the lovely thing about these 500 gold piece wines is that they say,
Dr. Watts, did
If
you
you-
steal the real wine?
like, for Samantha, sir, I know that it is really hard to say the right thing from time to time, but don't worry. Like I said, these bottles
Subtle
of
as a
wine,
brick.
whatever the occasion, it tastes different, especially if
the
it's something
family.
like a bittersweet truth that must be revealed. Anyway, I'll be back when you guys figure out what you'd like to eat. And I'm gonna
So-
turn.
So you didn't give her the wine that she ordered?
I just keep walking. Ignore.
Aster, I
Oh,
think you might
man.
want to get a refund on the wine.
Really? I think it's tasty. It definitely feels lower quality than what I
Yeah,
used.
Dr. Watts did something. I'm sure of it.
Hopefully he didn't put something in it that makes us loopy.
No, I think he just took the expensive stuff and plans on maybe selling it.
At this point, Joel and Nugs have returned. Joel and they immediately bust into the kitchen as Darby, you are prepping the salad. Sentinel, you'll be prepping the dressing for it, and Arthur, you'll be working on the fish dish. So go ahead and give me rolls for those.
Oh god.
What kind of roll do you need? Performance?
The same cooking rolls that
just
we've been
cooking.
making. Yep.
The only one I've made so far is intelligence.
Oh, yeah, so
Yes,
it'll be a
that's what it
cooking roll, so if you're proficient with cooking utensils, you may add your proficiency for it. If you're not, then you don't. So Joel and Nugs arrive, and Joel's like, "Alright, got her, wrestled her from Dale, what you need me to do?"
Darby's just gonna point at Arthur and frantically be trying to figure out how to make a salad and go, I don't. What? There's so many vegetables.
Just a
Why are
heads
there
up.
so many?
Yes, just a heads up, Darby, there are 26 types of lettuce in this establishment right now.
I don't even know. He's just gonna grab one. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him.
Joel, I need you to make a palate cleanser. Whatever the fuck that means, that's what I need you to do. Also,
Right.
I rolled an 18
I got an 8.
for my fish dish.
8
Okay,
on the
what'd you
salad.
roll?
Which
What
kind of
did you
makes
roll,
sense
Sentinel?
because I'm a sailor, so
13.
I can know how to prepare fish.
13, okay.
Yeah, Darby
We
making
will
a
get to how
fancy
those all
salad
taste
is
in a bit as you prep
definitely
them.
not his wheelhouse.
Joel immediately rushes over and he's like, palate cleanser, palate cleanser. What is a palate cleanser? And Joel immediately is whisked back to his own realm, his own world, back in Lansing, Michigan, where he goes, "There's this one time I ate at a Chinese restaurant, and when I was done eating, they sliced an orange and gave it to me, and my mom said that that was the palate cleanser." So Joel goes to find an orange to prep that as his palate cleanser.
I mean, hey, whatever works.
Nugs makes her way out, steps into the dining room, and looks at the couple. And Aster sees this, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, they didn't tell me who was going to perform today. Nugs is going to perform for us, Darian."
How unexpected.
You definitely didn't see that one coming.
I mean, not Nugs, but I knew one of you guys was going to be doing something.
I mean, hey, it's better than like Darby going out there.
Yeah, it's better than I'm trying to say.
Darby could do some tricks.
Yeah, I'm not really a
He's just up there
music.
doing
I could do
magic
magic
the whole time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're a musical magic guy.
that's true. I could be like Shin Lim and just do my magic to the tune of music.
There you go.
See, look at that.
Nugs waddles up to the stage, positions herself so that she can see you guys. As Jamie comes out with the next few courses of the meal, the salad and the fish pieces. I'm sorry, Sentinel, what did you roll for the dressing again?
13.
13. The fish is set in front of you, Darian. It is a lightly pan-fried, cod-esque kind of fish, or white fish. Looks to be very well cooked, very well seasoned. Hints of butter and lemon with parsley flakes dribbled on the top of it for both show and a hint of flavor. The salad looked to be just one type of lettuce with some very badly cut up carrots into it. but the dressing smells nice, as it is a light raspberry vinaigrette.
Ah, yes. This is definitely hitting my refined palate that I totally have. I imagine I've eaten most things without any hesitation. I'm like, oh, this is good, except for maybe the vegetables might have caused me
Yeah,
some
I forgot. I'm
problems.
sorry. The vegetables. We need to talk about the vegetables
Yeah.
because these vegetables were set in front of you,
The
Darian.
Reaper
And
flower.
Aster kind of flutters up them. She's like, "These are so red. I wonder if it's tomato based." And she goes to stick a fork into it, cuts a small piece off, puts it in her mouth, and begins chewing. That has a very robust flavor to it. Try some, Darian.
All right, I'll kind of, get a little bit on the fork. I'm a little off put by the red sauce. Can I smell it? See if I
As you smell it, Darian, all your sinuses immediately open and your nose begins
It's like
to run.
wasabi.
You've never smelt something that has made your ability to breathe so clear. They need to give this to sick people.
Smelling salt.
Well, I'm gonna kind of slowly put it in my mouth and then maybe like chew real fast and swallow before this spice hit.
Darian, I need a Constitution saving throw.
I knew it.
I knew that was coming too.
13.
13.
Oh.
Darian, you bite down into the vegetable. Immediately, it feels like you've bitten down on a castle filled with armies of fire ants who've immediately fled from the castle, latched onto your tongue, and have begun to forcibly stab their stingers and mandibles into your tongue, jamming it as hard as they can, cursing your very name for daring to bite into them.
Oh my god.
I will promptly put the fork down and reach for my wine.
You know that flavor.
Yeah.
And drink.
You know the fire.
Yeah, you know, the flavor
So
of fire
good.
ants just
The
just
kingdom of fire
growing.
ants who have waged war against your tongue.
Your
We all
mouth.
know that flavor.
Yeah, everyone knows that flavor. We all do.
Take a drink of your wine, Darian.
I will. I will.
As you drink the wine and the liquid rushes over your mouth, it's not just your tongue being assaulted anymore, as the wine carries the spice all throughout every section of your mouth, causing you to feel like a fire-breathing dragon about ready to burst forth its years-long indigestion.
Or a man panting in so much passion he can't possibly control himself.
I'm just gonna start.
Only a
sweating.
strange fairy would know the
You
difference.
have the heat sweats right now.
I have what?
The
heat
meat
sweats
sweat.
right now.
If it's as bad, I'm gonna be like, excuse me, I'm gonna go back into the kitchen.
All right, so Darian, you just get up and you're like, "I'm going to the kitchen."
Excuse
I-
me, I was polite.
Can I intercept him and like
Yeah.
turn him around? Like do a little turn around?
I will say, Jamie, as you're coming out with the fish and the salad, as he goes to leave,
Yeah.
you come out and immediately like spin him around with the salad, like the salad bowl.
I'm gonna protest and be like, what the fuck did you feed me?
And I'm gonna sit him down, and I'm gonna sit him down, and then also sliding down the food at the same time because sleight of hand rocks. And then I'm gonna say, "I'm sorry. Is there something going wrong with your meal?"
Yeah, try this. I'm gonna hold a fork up to Jamie.
I'm gonna smell it.
Tasty.
I would like to smell it.
Jamie, you need some of this in your medical supplies. It will save so much.
Yeah, I can tell. I have an herbalism kit, so if I recognize the scent, I'm gonna be like, no, oh no. So first off, and truly and honestly, as a medical professional, I'm really sorry that this got to you. That was not part of the night. I will make sure to say something to everyone in the back. But now, as your waiter, I'm going to say, please don't go in the back. That's not a place for you. You sit here, enjoy your day. I'm going to pick up the
can't
food.
talk. I need something. I need help.
Could I know what would be the thing that would stop that from happening?
Some milk would
Yeah, I
help.
would say milk usually.
Yeah,
cuts
all
down
right. I'm
spice
gonna
a
come
lot.
back and get you some milk, okay, Darian? Hold on 1 second. And I'm gonna
I'm
go
just gonna
back into the
cough.
kitchen. I'm taking the death food with me, and I'll put some of it in. I'm gonna put some of it in my medical stuff because I'm gonna use it for something.
Take the actual flour, not the vegetables with the sauce, right?
No, everything. Why not?
Okay,
It's already there.
You just take it all. All right. So Jamie, as he goes back to get you milk, just starts like putting all this stuff into his bag.
So do I clock Jamie has returned with full plates of food?
Yep,
Yes, yes.
I come back with full
Arthur's
plate.
gonna spit in the next meal.
I'm not even gonna.
dare you send back my food?
I'm not even gonna tell him that that's like what's happening.
One,
I'm just
Darby
gonna
and
say like
Steno
he
prepped
couldn't
it.
handle it. He couldn't handle the sauce.
Yeah, it's
So
not
if
even
you
it was
send
your
too
back
much.
food, what do you think happens when you send back food?
He said it was too much. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I'm gonna get some milk from wherever the chilled area is. I'm gonna come
Oh
back.
yes, milk will go great with the fish I prepared. Arthur's like thoroughly pissed off. Thoroughly pissed.
I just
Arthur,
come back.
you must prep the first main course.
Yeah.
Darby,
Oh, my
you must prep
goodness.
the second main course,
Oh, God.
and I will need sauces for those sentinels. So both of you give me a roll, and then sentinel, you give me
Okay.
2 rolls.
My first main course is going to be lamb and with
Okay.
a mint jelly. So I will be informing Sentinel that I would like a mint jelly side to the lamb I'm preparing.
And Darby, what are you preparing?
I guess then, do we wanna save the steak for the final?
Yeah, that would be the second main course.
The second main course will be that one. All right, then I guess if I'm doing second main course, then I guess I'm doing. I guess I'm doing that.
All right, 21 for my.
Wow.
Nice.
Darby?
So, oh boy.
Cook the steak.
Okay, 13 for that.
Okay.
Not terrible.
And Sentinel, what's your first roll for the mint jelly?
And 18. Sentinel's
Yeah,
getting the nerve. The nerves are going away,
Getting
and
back to
Sentinel's
it.
getting into
That
his
meal-
rhythm.
That
yeah.
meal looks excellent.
And what sauce would you like to prep for the steak and potatoes going on Darby's plate?
I'll throw a little bit of garlic in there too. You know,
Red wine
garlic on top
reduction.
of the steak.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
a little fancy.
Yeah.
We're fancy.
So let's do like a garlic butter sauce. You know, like
Garlic butter?
like a creamy garlic butter. Yeah.
Okay, give me a roll for that one.
So the other one that I rolled is a 22.
Dang.
Oh wow, that's real good. You can,
Yeah.
As Sentinel's cooking this, Arthur, you can you're getting the really good smell from your lamb, but you can really smell that garlic butter sauce that Sentinel's prepping right now, and you're like, that's gonna be good. But going back out to the date real quick, as Jamie is gathering all of this toxic spice plant, and you guys are prepping the meals. Jayla continues to work on the dessert. And Joel is meticulously carving an orange, which he's realized he's never sliced one before, so he's trying to figure out like the right way to slice this orange. Nugs is on stage, watching you guys. And she goes, "It has come to my attention that you require song for today's festivities." Astra applauds.
I'm just coughing.
I have prepared, in the very short amount of time that I had to prepare, the most wonderful of songs, which has been taught to me by the former champion of High Water. I hope you will enjoy as I sing it to you.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Everyone, I'm gonna attempt to sing. This is this type of stream, everyone.
Yes.
Because of copyright reasons, I can't actually play the background song. So you just have to picture that, this is the song that's playing, and if you know the words, sing along.
Go.
Almost heaven, West
Virginia.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Mountains, Shenandoah rivers.
Life is
There's no wind older than the trees,
younger
younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country road, take me home
Really is
to
one of
the
those
to the
things.
place.
I
I belong.
West
West Virginia,
Mount
Mama,
Every
take me home.
Every key
Country
in the rainbow.
road.
Every key possible.
Yep, we
Every
represented them
key
all.
in the rainbow.
Represented
You have
them
to
all.
imagine that was Nug singing in the most beautiful. Use your improv mind, audience, and imagine that was gorgeous. But yes, Nugs is singing you country roads right now.
Wonderful.
All right. As this little performance is going on, Arthur has finished his lamb, and Sentinel, you in turn have finished the sauce. So they can be plated and sent out.
Did Arthur spit in the dishes?
Oh,
Did you
there's one that has a giant woogie. Like I finished the plate, it looks amazing, and then I literally hawked a woogie on top
Can
of
I, as I'm
Arthur.
walking out, I would like to like make it look like it's not spitted.
You're allowed to do that, Jamie. So Jamie, you quickly kind of you can't.
As I do it, I look Jamie in the eye. And go, this one's for Darian.
Yeah, I was gonna. I assumed that you didn't spit it both because I was just gonna take the Aster's one off, but I didn't be like.
No,
okay.
I would never. She ate the sauce and enjoyed the meal.
Aster
did,
did
she
nothing
did.
wrong.
Oh my god.
So Jamie
All right.
comes out with.
Yep, I
with the
come
meal.
out. I'm actually
and-
pleasantly like surprised with like how good it looks.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. Darian, for the other ones, the fish is very, very good. Well cooked, flaky.
I'm surprised
delicious.
I can taste it.
It's hard. Maybe that's why it tastes so good, because you can't taste anything
Your
anymore.
mouth is melted.
Your mouth is magma. The salad was a bunch of
Food
lettuce
is
with some
pain.
carrots in it and a raspberry vinaigrette. It was nothing to write home about.
That's okay. Not a salad ever anything special, you know?
Jamie comes and he sets 2 plates in front of you with a lamb shank with sauce on it.
So much food.
I know.
Do I notice any spit on my plate?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, that's really good. 25.
Oh, jeez.
Can I
Never
make a
examining-
stealth? Can I make a
you-
stealth check against that though?
Yes, yeah,
what
you
it is
can
looking
get
at?
sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand. Oop, nope. Okay, wrong one. Wrong one. Hold on.
Come on, Jamie. Come on, Jamie.
Hold on. Hold on. That was stealth. So let me sleight of hand. Here we go. Well, it's not much better. It's a 12.
Oh, all
right.
It's okay.
So, Darian, the plate is set in front of you. You look down at your plate. It looks good. The mint like sauce that Sentinel prepared has a nice aroma. It's very well cooked. But there's just something slightly off about your sauce. It has this slight greenish texture to it that, when you kind of examine Aster's, doesn't have
Mint
that.
jelly is green.
Ooh.
It's like a
Ooh.
sickly green.
Like booger green.
Tiefling boogers aren't green.
Whatever color tiefling boogers are, that's what you see.
That's what it is.
They're dark purple.
Dark purple. You see dark purple mixed with
Oh,
this
man.
greenish mint sauce.
I won't. I'll eat around the spit.
It leaves a lot. You basically eat almost only like the edges of the chop. The center is freshly covered in spit.
That's how it'll be, and I hope it still looks sort of full plate enough for when Dr. Watts takes the plate back.
Okay. Do you want to try to
Just
make it look
cut
like
it-
it was?
Just cut it up a whole bunch so it looks like
Yeah.
you ate more than you did.
So you want to make it look like it's good?
I'm just gonna leave the spit on part completely untouched.
Okay. Aster's eating. She's just downing her steak, or her lamb chop, which you guys have been bringing her out full, like sized plates of food, and Aster has
Absolutely.
been eating all of them to completion.
Man,
I am
she is
very-
going
That's
to
impressive.
explode.
And she's
Yeah,
eating
no,
very
I'm like,
quickly.
that's actually really cool.
She kind of finishes eating. She looks over. She's like, "Darian, is everything okay with your food? You've barely touched some of it."
Oh yeah. I'm sure the chef will understand why I haven't eaten this part.
Oh, is it not good? I thought it was delicious.
Oh, it was delicious. He just spit in the middle of it.
He would never do that. This is a fine dining establishment.
Well, I don't think the usual staff is behind the cooking today, Aster.
Huh.
If I had to take a hunch.
I wonder why that is. Well, I'm
Good
sorry.
question.
I'll write a complaint to the owner. We paid good money for this meal.
This is true. You should look at a little bit of a refund, I think. And you can
I
blame the
do
cooking
that.
staff.
I will. That was unacceptable if they're spitting in your food. I may go back and say something to them. That is completely unacceptable.
Yeah, you should recommend that the owner take it out of the staff's wages for the evening.
All right, but you know what? I shouldn't get upset now. We are on a date right now, and that can
This
be
is
dealt with in the
true.
morning.
Definitely a tomorrow problem.
All right. As you converse, Jamie, you come out with the palate cleanser. Joel's oranges that he's.
I'm
One
just
sec.
gonna-
Joel has sliced oranges successfully.
I'm gonna take the.
I'm glad you can manage
I'm not
it.
even gonna put them on a plate. I'm just gonna take them. Walk out.
His
And
bare
just-
palm.
Just
Holding
set
these
one.
oranges.
All be all over your
Just
hands.
set one on him, and then set one next to her, which I'm guessing is a good chunk of her body mass.
Yes.
And I'm going to look at both of them and say, "Are you enjoying everything this evening?" As I take their other plates, seeing that the spit has not been telling. I'm gonna nod, like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fair enough. Anything? How is everything?
I imagine it's fine. You guys are giving me unpalatable food.
Oh yeah,
How
it's
dare you?
that's. I will make sure to tell the chef that for sure. He's gonna.
Oh, I'm
that.
sure that's gonna make it way better.
I just wanted to, again, I wanted to say that if there was anything that you might need to speak up about, please continue to do that so we don't have this problem continuously.
I was
Yeah?
gonna go
Alright.
talk to the chef, and you turned me around.
Oh no. That's a problem that I can handle for you. If there's I'm just saying in general, it's a good life advice. But here, enjoy your sliced oranges, and I'm gonna get you more food than my family saw in years of time. Then I'm gonna turn around and
Oh my
walk
god.
back to the kitchen.
It's
This is the
just,
greatest waiter.
You go.
it's like a boxing match where only one person is punching.
It's like, stop it! He's
Please.
already dead!
Sorry. Yeah.
Shake.
God.
Darian, as you eat the
So
orange,
silly.
it is an orange. There is literally nothing special about it.
This
I
is my
like
favorite
oranges.
episode.
Oh, this has been great. This has been a wonderful time.
And
Oh,
as you
jeez.
return, Jamie, you have the plates in hand with Darian's uneaten spit.
I'm gonna say, so Arthur, Darian specifically said, and I quote, "This food is impalatable and unedible," and I think he said something about your mama. I don't know exactly.
Arthur's going to eat lamb chop, which is on a bone, so it's kind of like on a tomahawk.
Yeah.
He's gonna grab it. He's gonna open up the door. And he's gonna throw it at their table.
Oh god.
Dexterity roll for throwing.
Alright.
It's an improvised weapon.
An
Do
improvised
you throw
weapon
it
attack.
specifically at Darian?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That is. That is a 22.
Yeah.
What's your AC, Darian?
16.
So all of a sudden, you're eating this orange. You have this little spoon. You're eating this orange with. You're kind of like peel out, and all of a sudden you just hear pump, and you look down, and there's a pork chop at your feet.
Lamb chop.
It's a lamb chop. Excuse me. There's a lamb chop at your feet. After it was too focused on your orange, she didn't even notice.
Oh, of course. God, I'm
There's just
loving
like
every
meat
moment of
juice
this.
spray.
Yeah, it's
all
just like
over.
meat.
Aster is just completely oblivious to everything.
Oh
Darian is
my
having the worst
God.
time of his life. I love
This
this.
is so funny. Why would friends
God.
do this to someone they
This
care
really
about?
is a straight.
it doesn't
The
keep back.
more this goes
It's
on,
It's all my cooking.
I can't talk.
Jamie, you are able to bring the steak with Sentinel's butter garlic cream sauce out to them.
Ooh, I can, as on the way up, I'm 100% going to take a bite out of Darian's food.
I was gonna say Darby is not doing anything to this. He's trying his best.
I know,
He needs
I'm
this
just
to go
eating-
well.
At this
But
point,
it's
like,
delicious.
this is,
It's probably some of the best food you've ever had in your life,
Yeah,
Jamie. Like
I'm
so
taking,
phenomenal.
I'm just letting you know, every time I come back, I'm literally taking food and putting it like in my pockets and stuff.
That's
Because
fine.
it's like, I'll eat a lamb chop, well, not the lamb chop, but I'll eat stuff that has spit on it. I don't care. So keep doing that. So, but this time I take a bite of the fresh steak, and then when I come back down to the table, I said, "Now, sir, I know that you've been saying that your food has been impalatable, so I made sure to grab a chunk of that food there for you. And you know what? It's really good, actually. Actually, this one, that real honestly, this one is actually pretty good. Everyone's fine with this."
That's so nice if you look at that, Darian. They're actually sampling the food to make sure it's edible here.
real quick, and this is just prior to me, but also again medically, I do have to ask, how are you eating as much? Where is it physically going?
Don't
I
answer
don't
him.
know.
He's not a doctor. He's a waiter, Samantha.
Yeah. That all of that. That's all
Don't
happening
answer him,
too.
Aster.
Just morbid curiosity of a lone waiter.
I honestly don't really know. I've just always eaten a whole lot. All the fairies eat a lot. We can eat an entire cow. Just my family. A whole cow
Huh.
in one
And
sitting.
there's something biological about your stomach that allows you to ingest just like so much matter all at once.
I don't
Sure,
know.
there's something magical, Dr. Watts.
I mean, yeah. But like, magic is just. Don't worry about it. You wouldn't get it. Your antlers. Okay. Anyway, yeah.
We've
I'm just gonna
proven
be-
it's real.
Your antlers.
and I'm like, that's fascinating. I'm gonna actually come back with like a notebook. Hold on one second, and I'm gonna leave. And now I've completely like kind of checked out of the waiter thing, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this.
As they have their steaks, the next portion is going to be the cheese course, which Joel has also prepared.
Oh boy.
God.
Hey, Joel cut the cheese really well. Ha!
Nice.
Yeah, he has this like cheese thing prepped up, and he goes to hand it to you, Jamie, and you just walk right by him. Just completely ignore him. Waiter, cheese tray is next.
Huh? What? Oh, you see me with a notebook and like some writing. What's up? What do you need?
The cheese tray's ready when you're ready to take it out. To
Oh yeah. I'll take it. I'll just start walking back out.
So you go, you deliver the cheese tray, you just set it down. They haven't even started eating their steaks
Yeah,
yet.
I set it down on the table. Okay, so you said everyone in your family has to do this? It's genetic. It's not just your
Well,
family specifically.
Oh no, it's like all fairies. A lot of fairies eat a lot.
Every
if Jayla
single
eats
fairy.
one ration, I eat 6.
6. So you just have a hyper metabolism. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And I'm like, my back is fully to Darian right now. I'm having this conversation.
Completely ignoring it.
That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm gonna like take a handful of cheese. It's like, so okay, yeah, that's fantastic. Would you? I know it's gonna be weird, but could you like, if I got a beaker, could you just spit in it?
I don't do that anymore for people.
Yeah. No, that's a weird question to ask somebody, and I see. But thank you for the notes. I am gonna think more about this. Yeah. Anyway, there's your cheese and your food, and I'm gonna take another little bit out of Darian's plate. All right, cool. Tell me if you need anything. To the walk back to the kitchen.
It's been the weirdest dinner I think I've ever had, but they're so nice here.
It's our group of friends trying to sabotage.
Sabotage!
Really?
How dare
How dare
How
you?
dare you?
We are trying to give you the best
Everything
night
has
of
been
your
so
life.
delicious, though. Why would they be sabotaging?
Well, they're only sabotaging my food.
I have not done
Oh.
any such thing. I will not stand by these accusations.
Yeah, well, this is a lot of lies. I haven't touched any.
You guys can't even hear me. You're in the kitchen. Shut up.
You don't
I
know
made
that.
excellent quality food, and you sent it back.
I made you a whole outfit, and I feel like you're not living up to its potential.
My God.
You are half the man in that outfit.
Oh, jeez.
So mean.
Man, there really does need to be a Darian Gets Own counter on this stream. Oh my god.
Jesus hasn't done anything to anybody.
I know, he's literally done nothing. He's just trying to have a nice time.
Oh, it's so
Like two of the nicest people in our
I
whole
know.
group, and we're just
They're just absolutely
That's what you
destroying
get for
them.
leading somebody on, unless you're gonna be serious about it.
we are justifying our evil with
Yep.
fake morality right now.
Hey, I have a bag
Oh.
going.
The kitchen is an utter shambles and is a wreck as you guys have spent
Oh, of course.
all night preparing dinner for just 2 people. You're exhausted, you're sweaty, you're covered in sauces and grease and everything. And as you look over for one of the final courses to see what Jayla has done, she plops down a cake, a 3-layer cake, that is leaning like this. All the frosting has melted from it because she frosted it when it was still hot. And she tried to pipe like things on it, and they have all just like slid to one side. It has cherries and strawberries and blueberries on it, just randomly strewn about. It looks like a nailed it cake.
Oh God.
I think I did it, guys.
Do we have time? Do we have time? Darby will like quickly peek out, like open the door slightly, peek out, and see how they're doing on their meal right
They
now.
are nearing the completion of their cheese tray.
Oh God, we don't have time. Okay. I mean, we could spin it as like fine art or something. It's a fancy place, right? They do that.
Really glad.
No
you
offense, J-Lo.
understood the mint motif we were going for
Yeah.
our meal plan here.
Mm-mm.
It tastes good. I tried some of it.
I got an idea.
What's your idea, Sentinel?
We can do it almost like a little bit of like a performance. Why don't we go out there, and since we've got several berries, the three of us as the cooks, we will each have a different berry sauce that we will all pour on the top. It will all drizzle down, and so that it is a bit of an expression of our night to end with a little bit of a pizzazz.
Man, this really is a fine art museum, huh? All right,
Let's do it.
Let's do it, Sentinel. Let's get it. Why
Yeah,
not?
that sounds
Three.
like that sounds exactly like the thing you should do. You all
Which
keep
three
doing what you're
will
doing.
take the cherry, blueberry, and strawberry sauce
That
to
Oh,
would be
definitely.
Arthur,
Darby,
Darby.
and
Oh,
Sentinel?
of course.
Yes.
The three
So
chefs
you
will do it.
guys-
We'll take out the
guys-
cake.
Head on out. Who has the cake?
So, well, we'll have
Caleb,
Dr. Watts. He can wheel out the
Dr.
cake.
Watts or Jayla, either one.
Jayla
yeah.
will come too, just to see what's, because it's her cake. She's excited to see what
Yeah.
you guys are gonna say. She's never baked a cake before, despite saying that she did. You guys
She's
wheel
a
the
liar.
cake. You guys wheel the
No.
cake out, and Darian, all your friends are there. Joel is kind of peeks his head out too. You can see him, and Aster's just like, "It really was all of our friends." Did
Yeah.
you plan this, Darian? Did you plan all of this for me?
Of course he did. It was his big surprise of the night, isn't it, Darian?
I have a big surprise for him too. Oh my god, it's a day of surprises.
I didn't plan it, Aster. I won't lie, I was looking forward to a little bit of privacy, but it's okay. They're here anyway.
Well, you guys are the best friends ever that you want to see your friends so happy that you would do all of this. Oh, and look at the cake!
course.
It's leaning. That's art.
It is art. It's the finest of art.
Why not?
Yeah.
All right, you guys have your... These sauces are in like a squeeze too. They're like in piping bags. So go ahead.
And then, so we're all going to, in performance, we're going to kind of like
Cross our arms together.
cross our
three-way.
arms around to make like a little circle. And then we're going to kind of unravel our
Unravel.
arms.
This is so
Yeah.
intimate.
That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I love
So
that.
intimate,
As
guys.
you guys are doing it, and you're just the sauce is just dumping all over this cake. Joel is just standing back there, scratching his chin. He goes, "I am pretty sure I saw a porno like this one time." And you guys have sauced the cake.
I'll just give him a little.
I
After
take a bow.
I will just give you dead eye stare.
Darby will take
I'm
a
gonna-
small bow.
I'm gonna look at Arthur like, what?
I'm just
Darby
gonna
takes
look
his
down
bow.
at the lamb chop that's still on the ground after hitting him in the side of the face, then just look back at you.
I just want it to be noted, I never told Dr. Watts to take the salad with the toxic, or the vegetables with the toxic sauce back. He just took it back when I told him to
Yeah.
try it.
You
So
said
this
you
was all
couldn't
bad.
eat it. You said you couldn't eat it. That's what you said.
Doing you a
And the
favor.
rest of my meal was inedible.
Yeah.
Inpalatable.
Well, I'm gonna look
Yeah.
at Arthur like I'm a little bit confused, and then realize after he looks at the lamb chop on the ground, like, okay, this makes sense. I know why all my food came out absolutely disgusting.
Jayla slices two very nice slices of cake using her sword skills and sets them in front of you and Aster.
I will eat the cake.
It's actually pretty tasty. Looks like shit, but it tastes good.
Way to go, J-Lo.
Good job.
Say not bad, Jayla. Not bad.
Thank you.
Yeah, she could slice something that is immovable in a piece of shit. made of
Arthur's
sugar.
tail is gonna slap Jamie again.
Aster
what fun.
immediately inhales her cake. She like just picks it up and just opens her mouth and just grabs it in.
God,
Her jaw
cartoon
and just-
style.
It's so impressive.
Unhinges
the-
her jaw and just.
You're just a fork with
devours it.
cake on it, Darian, and you're just like,
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
and she just ah.
This
my
is
God.
ridiculous.
She picks up a napkin, she dabs her mouth with it, and then sets it
Oh.
down. And as you finish the cake, I don't know if everyone wants to stand around. And
Oh
watch
no, I'm not
Darian
standing
eat
around
his-
here.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
wow.
Arthur,
okay.
Arthur's gonna go back to the kitchen and prepare the McNardise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
As
'cause
sous
there's
chef,
more.
I gotta
There's
go
one
help with
other
that too.
12. That was only course 11. Arthur
there's
has
one more.
McNardise on his mind.
Could I ask you a favor, chef? Please
turn around.
prepare. Yes, please prepare it. But could you hold it for 20 minutes? I have a surprise for Darian, and I want to show him.
Sure, I can do that.
Thank
for you,
you.
Aster.
Darian, if you join me,
Okay.
I will head back
And-
to the kitchen.
she leads you around, kind of around like a half wall, where you see a set of stairs that goes up, makes a sharp right, to where there's a door. And as Aster kind of flutters up there, Darian, you follow, and she opens the door, and you are on top of this restaurant. And just where you are, the restaurant is just high enough that you can actually kind of see over the wall of high water. And off far in the distance here in the evening here, now that it's probably about like 9 o'clock at night, you can see the moon. In the biggest, brightest, best spot that you could possibly see it in the city, glittering over all of Elyssia. And Aster just kind of takes a deep breath and she says, I heard this is the best spot to see these moons of ours. Aren't they awesome?
They are quite impressive. We've been behind these walls so long, I haven't really taken a moment to appreciate them.
Exactly. So I figured this right here would be the absolute perfect place to have a real conversation with you, Darian. Real conversation.
Okay.
Darian?
She's the big bad.
I am Xanthro! Just pulls out the stone.
Dies.
Darian,
Oh, that'd be great.
when you helped me back in Bridgetown from those bandits, I knew that you were really something special. And then you helped me in the Holy City, and you helped Jayla, and you have a kind, good, honest heart. But I can tell that you're not actually being honest with me. Because you don't actually like me, do you?
Well, I wouldn't say that, Aster. Full disclosure, am willing to give this a shot. I don't like the publicity of it all around the rest of the group. And it seems to be a butt of many jokes. Gets me a little nervous. But I'm not opposed to it, Aster, but you do come off pretty strong sometimes.
I know that I come off really, really strong. You know, when you have 18 other siblings and you're kind of just in the middle, you have a tendency to blend in a whole lot. And fairies don't really do fairy things, you know. And they're just dull, stupid fairies. Or at least that's what everyone says about fairies. You know, and my mother, she's like the matriarch of our family, and, you know, she has this tight, powerful grip over us, and we are all dictated what we were gonna do and what I was supposed to be as a fairy. And I actually don't know if it's what I want to be. So I went to my family, I wrote them a letter, and I said, Mother, I am done with you. Give me my inheritance, which is fairy custom, and she was forced to give it to me. It's about 15,000 gold pieces when all was said and done. And I spent all of it tonight. And on a few other little things. Like getting a custom set of armor made and getting a fairy-sized sword made. Because I've been traveling with Jayla, and Jayla's strong, and she's sometimes not the wisest, and sometimes she doesn't make the best decision. But Jayla helped me, and she's always trying to help people. And I also want to help people a lot, like you, or Arthur, or Joel, or anyone who might need help. I want to help them. But I can't do that as just dumb fairy Aster. I need to be someone like the pirate Lyle. You know, he was a real fairy who actually did something. And I want to be like that. Minus the whole raping and pillaging pirate stuff. I'm going to be a good fairy version of that. So I've decided I'm going to leave Highwater. And I'm going to become a warrior. I'm going to train and learn to fight.
That's amazing, Aster.
Thanks.
But don't call yourself dumb fairy, Aster. You don't gotta change yourself completely. You're just Aster. You don't gotta be like anybody else. But I respect this decision you're making. You wanna help out your friends, which you have helped us plenty, by the way. But
Well, I want
I
to do
can
more
respect it.
than just whisper nice things in your ear that may or may not inspire you. I want to be able to cast a big spell that can set up a wall of fire that will protect all of my friends when they need it the most. Or cast a spell that will produce food for those who are hungry and ill and need it.
Well, I believe you'll get there.
Thanks. I'm gonna be leaving in about a week, I think. And I'm gonna head to Pragla. And I'm going to join the Magic Academy there. And I'm gonna learn how to use spells better than what I can do. And I'm gonna learn how to fight. And the next time you see me, I will be like what do you want to call it? Like a mage knight kind of thing.
Sounds pretty awesome. And maybe you can teach Darby, Arthur, and Jamie a little lesson for me
Mhm.
about sabotaging food.
I did no such thing.
You watched.
So,
I tried my
I
hardest.
was preoccupied. I was busy making your steaks. I couldn't do anything about it.
so that leaves you and me then, Darian. I don't really know what to do here at this moment. I thought this would be a lot easier by having, one big last hurrah for us, and it would be over and done with, but I don't know sometimes. So, at this point, I think I want to maybe go our separate ways for the time being. But, if you'd be interested in the future, I might be around.
Yeah, well, nobody knows what the future holds. And Aster, this sounds like a great plan. It's goodbye, but not goodbye forever. And I think I mentioned that before. We have some pretty big stuff going on, and it's not like I could settle down right now anyway.
Well,
But
I would never be looking to settle. I have this vision, if things all worked out between us, where I've become a powerful knight and you are my archer, and when you get into trouble, I come and help you, and you always get into trouble because you're just clumsy like that.
I mean, I'm pretty good on my feet and with a bow. But yeah, okay.
Wow, you needed that. You needed that. That's what you needed to make
I
sure
mean,
she
I'm
knew.
no
Mm.
Jayla. That's all I'm saying.
That's some toxic masculinity, bro.
Thing.
So, I guess, does that mean that it's a yes, but with an asterisk? An asterisk?
I was thinking the same thing.
I see what you did
Yes.
there.
Roll credits.
It was all for that, everyone. This was all
This was
for
a full
that.
session just for one.
Campaign is over
Campaign
with, everyone.
over.
Everyone have a good night.
That was the campaign. Thank you all for coming in.
Darian with an asterisk. Boom. Hashtag do it.
Do it.
Good night.
Do it. But yes, it is yes with an asterisk.
Wow, I actually didn't think that would happen. What do I do? Jayla, what do I do? No, I am a strong fairy now. I am going to be a warrior. And I will say to you, Mr. Kipps, I don't know what I'm gonna say to you, Mr. Kips.
That's
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 alright.
on brand.
We're going with it. That's been the vibe of the night. Also, Aster, I'm pretty sure if you ask the owner of this establishment, this is a total sidebar, you could get a substantial refund on what you spent this evening.
I don't
You're
want
gonna hear Jamie. You're gonna hear Jamie be like, "Kiss" from underneath wherever they're at.
Just
I
make out
actually- I don't-
already.
I don't want a refund. If I have all that money and stuff and that link to my family, I'm just gonna go back to them and go back to being the fairy that I was. This is different for me. I'm not Aster, the daughter of a rich fairy family. I'm Aster, the Mage Knight, or soon-to-be Mage Knight.
I respect it. I mean, I left my family at a younger age too. I mean, I wasn't too young, but I understand wanting to get away from your family and their norms and practices.
All right. What do we do now?
Well, I don't know. I'm an awkward person, Aster.
Well, she kind of just flutters up. You know, she's like this size compared to you. She kind of looks around for a second, and she just flutters up and just kisses you right on the cheek, and then flutters back and says, "There, the asterisk right there, for now."
Is there like a fairy tattoo on my cheek now?
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
The metaphorical fairy tattoo.
Secretly, Aster's impregnated
The
you with
whole
her
part-
gut,
the
first
whole-
force of your gut.
The whole party is just like leaning out the door, like all just like watching this happen.
They're all cartoon style, just our eyes poking out, like. Oh.
Eric has the final course, or Arthur's the final course on like a tray, ready to give it.
He's just holding it.
Just wait.
Well, while you're all doing that, if you're all like listening in, Aster kind of looks over, and Darian, you can look over. You kind of see everyone is like leaning out the door, waiting to see what happens. She's like, "I asked for like 5 minutes alone." Wow, guys,
You got it. It's been 5 minutes and
Yeah, it
13
had been well over-
seconds.
it's a little over 5 minutes. at this
Do
point.
none of you realize what personal boundaries are?
Oh no, I very much understand what those are, but there's a little bit more going on here than that.
Darian's gonna look at these guys in spite. Be like, Aster, they want a bit of a show. And I will kiss Aster on the little mouth.
Hey! Darby will immediately look to the group and go, "So who wasn't on the it escalates side? I will claim that money right now. Dish it out.
Right, pay up.
Pay off."
Joel literally looks at you guys and goes, I bet 1 coin that this worked out.
That is true, Joel. You did. You will get your coin back then, I guess, and maybe a little bit more.
All right.
It should be like 1 to 400 coins.
Yeah, no, he should have a lot more coins.
Joel made a lot of money.
Well, we'll see what the total pot is. I gotta take a look.
Yeah,
at
no,
that.
I'll take my 10. I take my 10, and I will gladly put it in there, and I'll be like, hey, honestly, if this is what's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'd pay 10 gold to see that.
Jayla steps out towards her fairy friend, and Aster kind of flutters up, and Jayla just scratches the back of her head. She goes, "Wow, that was you didn't mention about going off to the magic school or the magic academy in Pragla. Aster usually tell me everything." Aster's just like, "Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't want to worry you, and it was kind of a big decision that I needed to make on my own, and I didn't need you telling me to do it. I had to do it on my own." I guess I really respect that, Aster. I'm gonna miss having you around, even through the weird times and the good times, the bad times. Hey, it's okay, Jayla. In a few years, we can team up again, and this time I will save you. How's that sound?
You saved her last time, if I remember
Sure,
correctly.
Yeah, don't, Jayla, just make sure you don't fall in any more pits.
Well, I will save you again,
go well.
and instead of having to go find someone to save you, I will do it myself.
There you
Aster, I
go.
like that very, very much. And the two friends kind of embrace each other.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. Unfortunately, Darby's preoccupied counting up the gold and divvying it out.
All right, Arthur, what is the last course that you
So-
have.
So sitting on the table whenever they return is a small plate at each place setting of a 100% cocoa chocolate piece carved in the shape of a androgynous fairy, could be a he or a she, and the 4 sets of wings on the back are 4 mint leaves as the mignardies with a small little sifter of brandy.
There you go. Oh no.
And as Darian and Aster partake, the meal is delicious. Or the last course of the meal is delicious.
I'm assuming Aster eats it all in like one bite.
You divide it in half, and yeah, Aster just breaks it, just is like, oh.
Straight vacuum cleaners it.
Didn't even chew it, just like
She's a
immediately enters her
forkin'.
esophagus.
She's a forkin'.
As the night comes to an end, and the poor owner still has no staff because he offers you jobs, all of you jobs.
This was a one-time deal.
Yeah.
I
I
will
have
then
to
take
go
it.
and find some other people to work here. Then I cannot do this all by myself. But if you are looking for some extra work, you know where to come and find Pietri.
I've heard
I'm
they're
gonna
all
take the
free
fancy
tomorrow.
wine.
No,
I'm taking
not
the fancy
doing
wine from the other thing, putting it back in the fancy wine bottle, and like using my disguise kit to make it look like I never opened it.
All right.
Wait, so you're okay with other people getting the fancy wine? You just didn't want us to have the
Oh no,
fancy
he's
wine?
taking it. He's just being that way he can sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants to make it look like it's unopened. So he's
Jamie, you have a bottle of fancy wine.
Alright,
Worth
so let me
500
try
gold.
to remember. So me and Arthur both put 5 on this escalates.
Yep.
Joel put 1 in that it works out. Jamie said 10 it fails.
Not fails. I said 10 that he would
Oh, that
let
he
her
would,
down
that he would
gently,
let her down.
but he didn't need to because he
What did Jayla
doesn't
bet?
let her
He
down.
let him down.
I don't think Jayla bet anything.
Okay, and then Tetra bet some amount
She
of
bet
money.
10 it was gonna fail.
Okay, so that's 20 gold to divvy up between the other 3 people.
Yeah. But Joel only gets a fifth of what we get.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
he
we
only
put in
20 on
more.
one.
So, oh god, that's gonna be fun. Okay.
Figure it out
Yay,
later.
betting math.
I'm gonna do some calculations in the background.
So you guys
While we close
head
out.
back to Pazos and the Zafar Inn after a rousing, fun, hectic night. A nice distraction from the last few days' depression and darkness. High, looming above you, is the Dusk Star, the next course of your adventure. And as you all move to your respective rooms, Darian, you feel good about tonight. It was different, not necessarily what maybe anyone expected, but you feel good about it. As you are in your room alone, since Jamie ran off to the Zafar Inn to stay in his own room, taking your equipment, taking your fancy clothes off, you reach into your pocket, and you feel something in there. And as you pull it out, you see that it is a small piece of paper that has been lightly folded in a couple different ways. And as you unfold it, you see it to be a picture of Aster, painting of Aster, provided for you with a note on the back that says, "Just a little something to remember me by. P.S. I'm not wearing any underwear right now." And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Correct.
Oh boy.
Date heist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Date heist.
Date heist.
There was
Did
a
you hear
heist.
that,
We
Wizards?
did steal wine, so it can be called date heist.
Did you hear that,
I
Wizard?
know. Yeah.
Next source book.
Date heist.
Waterdeep date heist.
Yes.
Uh,
How to steal a 500 gold bottle of wine.
Yep.
I'm just
How
gonna
to-
keep
Without
it.
really
Your friend of
trying.
the day.
How to
Without
hook
really
your friend
trying.
up with a thirsty fairy.
I'm gonna keep
Oh,
it simple,
man.
and I'm probably gonna give Joel more of a cut than he actually deserves here. Joel will get 4 gold, and both me and Arthur made 8 gold on that bet,
Nice.
There you
which is
go.
probably more than he's supposed to be getting. But I'm too lazy to do the math with the 31
That's
total
fine.
pot. I'm
That's
just
fine.
doing the 20 and giving us 2 bits and him 1 bit.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Well, everyone who watched tonight, thank you for enjoying the stream. This was immensely enjoyable, I
It was
think,
a
for a lot of
hilarious
us.
time.
So
And
fun.
we will kick back off next week. Just a quick announcement. We'll
yeah.
remind everyone next week as well. December 13th, we will not be holding a session as most of us will be gone doing other things. With the Christmas holiday coming out too, our schedule may vary slightly on when we do or do not play, but more to come on that as well.
Yep.
Everyone have a good night and enjoy.
Bye.
Hi, chat.